another glorious day, my tea-sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling. Yeah. Hello. Ah! Hello to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers. What's going on, babies? What's going on? What's going on in your world? And it's another glorious day, darlings. And I know you have all of your crumpets together because, darlings, it's time to dish tea. And you are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat. What's happening? What's happening? It's been a long week. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. Okay. And we have had so much to go down within the last 7 days. It is absolutely unnerving. I woke up today and my heart wept. Okay. My heart did. I didn't have the tears come down my face, but everything in my body was just weeping for our world today. Okay. I'm not understanding why. I don't understand what the hell is going on. I'm really trying to, I'm trying to get it actually. You know, I'm really trying to get it because I woke up to the news that there was another mass shooting and that 8 people were killed in Indianapolis today at the FedEx. Okay. And I don't know how many people were injured. I really have not paid attention to the news since then. I'm, hitting and missing because I've just zoned out. And my heart has been very, 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 very heavy because I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. I'm tired of going through feeling as though what we're doing seems to be falling on deaf ears. I'm tired of feeling as though, trying to pray. Well, I don't pray anymore. I send up praise reports. That's my thing, because I feel like when praises go up is when blessings come down. I don't always have to be in the need of asking God for anything, because my constitution, or what I believe to be my journey, is that God already knows, and all I have to do is just ask once. And then after that, then I praise it through, okay? Because I don't believe God is deaf. I don't believe that all of that. I think God, or whatever we're going to call it, sees and knows everything. So I don't have to keep asking and begging and oh, Lord, please, and please, Lord, come. I don't have to do all that. I do it once in the initiative to get it up off of me. And then after that, it's all about praise reports, and walking in faith that it's going to happen, walking in faith. But there are times where you get tired. It's like, what the hell am I doing all of this for? Okay, maybe my wording just did. I just said, what the hell? Maybe I should say, what the heaven am I doing this for, huh? Perhaps, because it just seems as though those who want to do bad, or those who want to be dastardly, or those who want to be just asinine, or whatever the case may be, it just seems as though it's getting worse. Okay. Okay. You don't want to talk about, you don't want, everyone talking about the Second Amendment rights and we need to all be protected and blah, 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 blah. Well, honey, I don't see that as a solution. I see it as helpful. I don't see it as a solution. Okay, I don't mind that everybody, feel that they get what they need to do to protect themselves. But now we got a pissing contest going on because if I got a gun and you got a gun, now you're going to sit down there to see that your gun is more powerful than mine, or your gun shoot the better bullets than mine, or you're going to get hollow tip bullets versus platinum bullets. It becomes all of that bullshit. And so now what? We just had this child just went through here this morning and just killed 8 people because he got a fucked up day or he didn't get his check or something didn't happen or whatever this is, he didn't get something. And so he killed 8 people because he pissed. Okay. We had another thing that happened here in Georgia where now the police are justified in this, at least from what I can tell. Okay. Because the guy did have a weapon. He had a knife and a blue knife on top of it. So you're yielding a knife, when they release the body camera footage, the police are telling him, they're pleading with him, listen, don't do this. Don't do this. You know, don't do this. Okay. They are pleading with him. They're talking with him, trying to talk this man down. And obviously, well, you don't hear him talking back. It's just that it appears, or whatever it's there, that he was in mental health crisis. Okay, he was in breakdown. But whatever that was, now that boy is dead. Okay, the man. Okay. Now the family thanked the police officers and things for being as compassionate as they were, but now they still have questions because they're not now. Okay, well, when he went back in the house, he wasn't necessarily a threat to you. Did you have to kill him? And did you have to? So now they're second guessing everything because now they want to get down to it, but they thanked them for being compassionate. It wasn't a whole, like we've been seeing, oh, you on the scene and you just gonna kill, shoot to kill, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't that. They were talking to the guy. They actually was a chase and this, that, and the other. So we have that going on. Then we got the 13-year-old that was just killed. Okay. Well, in Chicago, what was that? Yesterday, day before yesterday, whatever. No, I'm sorry. He was killed 2 weeks ago on the 29th of March, but they just released the camera footage yesterday. Okay. So now that everybody see what's going on, that baby didn't have nothing in his hands when the police officer shot. And then all this happened within 20 seconds. 20 seconds. So it becomes, what do we do? How do we get over this? We're tired of saying the same shit over and over and over again. I was talking to my coworker at the donut factory. I'm like, listen, I was explaining to him what was going on. And this was just before we found out about the 13-year-old. I'm sitting up here trying to tell him what's happening. And then I'm getting the stories mixed up. I said, wait a minute, because I got to make sure I'm saying this right. And then it dawned on me because I'm like, no, something else happened because then I jumped here. You got something that happened. And then all of a sudden it hit me. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck is this? Why is this common that I'm sitting up here mixing up? We got so many of them that I'm mixing up the goddamn stories to tell the story. And all this just happened. It's not like this is, I'm telling you yesterday, I'm telling you shit that just happened within the last 30 days. I'm telling you shit that, and I'm getting the stories because it's too many. It is too many. You understand? So where are we, honey? Where are we as a people? Huh? Where are we? Where? Somebody, please, please, please. Okay. Now we're gonna talk about it's gonna be heavy. It's gonna get real heavy. It's gonna get heavy, and it's just gonna be one of those shows. So I'm gonna say some shit that you might not agree with, but I do that anyway. Like that's gonna change. Okay. But it's gonna be some stuff up in here that we're going to entertain. I want to have a thorough conversation on this platform. I don't know what everybody else is talking about at this particular point. What everybody else is saying is irrelevant to me right now, unless I'm going to use them for reference. Okay, because right now, you may get tired of hearing it, and this is one of the things that because of our schedule coming on so late in the week. But like I said before, I think it's best because when it's hot, everybody's all caught up in their emotions and things of that nature. I've had time to sit down to dissect a few things, and then we're able to approach it from a different, hopefully from a different angle, and we can have opinions flushed out. And for those who didn't have information, we could probably research some stuff and this, that, and the other. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired, and I'm sick of this being our narrative. I'm sick of this being um, status quo. And the powers that be act as if they don't know what the fuck they're gonna do about it. You're mad at Biden. You say he trying to take the guns, but then we got gun laws. Y'all say there's gun laws on the books. If there's gun laws on the books, then what are they that the fuck you're not enforcing? What are you not enforcing then, huh? Answer me that. What is on the fucking books that's not being enforced now to where we can stop all this bullshit, huh? Because y'all keep saying we don't need new gun laws. Okay, you may have a point. But what are you not enforcing? What are you not enforcing? And how is it? Why is it that the underground, the black market and shit can get shit done faster than the top shit? I'm gonna bring Nikki up in here. Nikki, come on, girl. Hey,
Hey,
what's going, girl?
it's one of them days. Sorry, I can't even get the ponytail straight. Y'all know when I take my damn hair out, I don't know how to control this man.
Okay.
I don't even know what. Listen, it is what it is, kids.
Okay. Road is up here. Hey, Road, what's
Hey,
going on,
Ro.
baby?
Hey, Ro. Hey, baby.
You know, I'm 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 perplexed.
Mm.
Um, I'm
But I was
completely
hearing you talk about, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I had no clue because I've been having a couple of those days, a couple sickle cell days. So the last 2 days was the fatigue. Today is the pain. So I have no idea. I had no idea.
really.
I haven't looked
Um,
at anything. I haven't even looked at our Dish and TV
uh-huh.
or Night Hall Network. I haven't. Y'all know how crazy I am about Beagle. I was on there one time today. I don't even think I finished my hours yet. And it was with Helena. And if Helena wouldn't have got up in the box with me, I probably wouldn't have finished it then either because I just was like,
Okay.
so this is heartbreaking.
Well, okay. Well, since you're not up to snuff, and I see that this is gonna be a hard one, honey, because let me. We already know about. Well, first off, we're still in the middle of this damn case. Okay, the George Floyd case going on. All right, and I really I understand. I understand that the defense attorney is doing his job. Okay,
Mm,
his job is to do the best, provide the best defense that he can for his client. Okay. However, in doing so, the whole objective of the defense attorney is to create reasonable doubt. Okay. Once you can establish a reasonable doubt, okay, then the jury, it gets into the jury's psyche or whatever, and it causes them to deliberate the way that they do. And by law, They have to abide by the laws of the land, and this is how they come up with their verdict. But the problem that I'm having is that in trying to create this defense, George Floyd becomes on trial because now
Yep.
they want to say that because he had fentanyl in his system or whatever drug he was on that was in his system,
Yeah, that's the
traces
thing
of
that
it,
sucks with me. You
that
want to
they're
talk about the
saying
drugs in the system?
he had a
Nigga got
bad
put the knee
heart.
on the neck.
Uh-huh. They're saying he had a bad heart of some sort of heart problems or whatever. So they're trying to say that the knee on the neck did not cause his death. He had a heart attack or the drugs or whatever is what caused his death, not my client in the knee on the neck. Okay. And I take that to be very offensive and very that way. And I
So
understand, like I said,
it's that thing. You ain't see what you saw.
right, right. Yeah, it wasn't me. Okay, their whole thing. Yeah, it
Shaggy.
wasn't me.
Butt
And,
naked on the bathroom floor wasn't me.
right.
They might as well
Okay.
just go ahead and start playing the Shaggy song in there. What the fuck?
Exactly.
We
Exactly.
saw you.
And then on top of on not just seeing him, the thing that we have here is that I don't care in whose book this is. When you're playing, when kids play, after so long, if you constrict the airwaves or whatever, honey, and a bitch can't breathe, okay, after so long, it takes toll on the body. I don't care if he had drugs in his system or not. What he did exacerbated it. If it was that, you see it? Okay,
And it's like you could do that to a person, what, in a minute or two?
right.
How long did you?
And now the time has changed because we've been saying it was 8 minutes and 26 seconds. No, it was 9 minutes
I thought
and
it was early. Yeah, I
29
thought it was more than that. Yeah.
9 minutes and 29 seconds or something like that. Okay, so now we got another minute of time. Okay, another whole 60 seconds. Okay, of this thing, and nobody, and y'all didn't see if you didn't check on him when he stopped moving, when he stopped calling out or hollering or whatever, because everybody kept saying, well, no, he kept saying he can't breathe, but he hollering. Hello.
He
It
wasn't.
takes.
Yeah. What about when he stopped hollering?
Wait a minute, but my
When that
whole thing,
holler
I'm
went to the whistle?
asthmatic. I'm asthmatic. I have been playing as a kid or whatever, and when you're having a hard time breathing, you have a hard time breathing.
You think
And it
I know.
takes the rest of your voice that you have left, the rest of the breath, to
To
tell folks to
say
stop. I can't
I
breathe.
can't breathe.
Okay. And the more oxygen that it takes to do that,
The more you lose.
it decreases anyway. So now you start to hyperventilate because you're not getting oxygen. You start to inhale carbon dioxide
Right. Because you cannot breathe.
because
And
you
I love
can't
when people try to say,
breathe.
well, you can say you couldn't breathe, so you was breathing. No, bitch. It was the last little bit
No,
I had.
it was what was left.
And even
Okay.
then, it don't even matter. Like, you don't think to let up?
And then look at it from this particular
Get out
point
that
too.
kitchen.
It's just like somebody who is in the water, okay, a drowning victim,
Hmm.
okay. In the beginnings of you not being able to breathe, what you know is you can't breathe freely. Everything starts to constrict. So whatever you have left, you start to feel that, and then you slow down. That's
Yeah.
when you start turning blue and shit because you don't have no oxygen in the blood. And that, so we have all that. So in the midst of this trial going on, and quite incidentally, Mr. Man took the fifth. He's not going to get on. He's not going to get on the stand.
I bet he ain't.
He took the fifth, and he's not going to testify in his own defense. And that's because he didn't want the cross X. I believe that was a
I
strategy that
believe
his
so
lawyer
too.
gave.
The lawyer probably said
So
it's best if you don't get on the stand.
right. And so be that as it may. So in the midst of all this shit that's going on, and the world is already waiting to see, because we see this as an open and shut case. There should be no reason for this man to get off. There should be no reason.
But we've seen it time and time again. So
But
when
we've
people
seen
ask
it.
me, when they like, well, what do you think? I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna tell you why I don't want to talk about it. I would be, hey Amy, I would be so happy if it didn't happen. But history keeps telling us that this is
That
going to
part
happen.
that it's
I
gonna
know that
happen.
sooner or later, every now and then, there has to be an example made. I hope this is one of them.
I'm
Am I
hoping so
thinking it
too.
will? Nope. Yes, Amy,
Yeah,
we are
we are, but I'm tying this into
tying
something
it into the
else.
other
I'm
stuff.
trying to tie this in. I'm tying it all in because we're in the middle of this trial right now. As a matter of fact, we're hoping that did they do closing arguments yet? I have not watched the trial. I've only seen
Not
it.
one damn day.
I've
I'm not
only
doing it.
seen the highlights. I cannot sit through that. Okay. I didn't want to sit through it because in my mind, this is an open and shut case. And I know we have to do due process, but this is an open and shut case. There, this is an open and shut case. Okay. So because of that, and for whatever everything that we've seen, I it, for if he gets off, okay, if he gets off, then everybody just needs to be ready for everything to burn down.
They need to.
Be ready because
Let me tell
chaos
y'all
will
something.
erupt.
I'm ready to what yeah, that's all I need to
Chaos.
know. What tell me on the day that they closed was it closing arguments already?
I'm not sure.
Tell me the day before when the jury gotta go deliberate so I could go pack all my house up with every fucking thing I need. Me get
Okay.
on down to the BJ's
Okay.
and
Right.
get everything that I need. Because when they burn it down, I'm not gonna be a person burning nothing down.
Right.
But am I gonna be upset?
We just have to
I
be
think it's
prepared.
nonsense to do it because it doesn't solve
It
anything.
doesn't solve anything.
It's
It doesn't.
but I'm not gonna be out there like y'all shouldn't be doing that because you know what?
No.
People are tired.
People are tired. And so in okay, I just pack a bug out bag now. Okay.
That's what I'm saying,
Exactly.
Amy.
And
I
that's what we're
think you know what,
saying.
me and Lily might go on down to the BJ's tomorrow. Give her something to do.
Okay. And the whole thing of it is we're in the middle of this. Then came the police officer who pepper sprayed the lieutenant, the army lieutenant.
Oh wait, shit, I don't know nothing about that. I thought we was talking about the police officer and the mistake of the taser and the
No, 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 no. Hold on.
oh Jesus.
No, there was an army lieutenant who was in a car, and apparently it was a new car for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He didn't have a full plate on it, but the tag was in the back of the window on the
Okay.
inside. Apparently, he was driving. The police wanted him to pull over. He pulled over into a well lit area. It looked like a gas station to me, but he pulled over into a lit area.
Mm-hmm. That's what they tell us to do.
He has
Especially
his
if it's
hands
dark.
up and out the car window. The driver is saying, I mean, the officer is saying, get out of the car. He's asking, what's the problem? Just get out the car. Officer, please explain what's going on. You know, and he's very calm. And then the officer said something derogatory about his uniform. And he says, yes, I'm an active member in the armed forces. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
lieutenant in the army. So then the officer is still screaming, get out the goddamn car.
So I'm assuming that this lieutenant is black.
Yes,
Is the officer white?
yes. So where he looks Hispanic to me, but I guess he's
But
white.
that don't count. You've been
I
seeing how
know.
some of them
I
act and
know.
stuff.
And I'm like, okay, so he's going on and on. And so now the lieutenant done said, listen, I'm trying to understand what's going on, but I'm afraid. You're making me afraid.
Mm-hmm.
The officer then said, well, you should be. So
Mm.
now they went, now he got the window all the way down. The man got his hands out the window. They sitting up here trying to uh Hey, Jacoby, they are trying to get him to open up the door, but he's not moving.
I wouldn't
Okay,
move either because as soon as I
he
move
didn't
my
move.
hands,
So now the other officer, the second officer, is trying to snatch the door open. But how? Because the guy got his hands out the window, when they
you
open the
can't get the
door,
door
he
open.
closes back because his hands are there. When that's when the lead officer takes out his pepper spray and just starts spraying it with the fucking pepper spray. Now, mind you, the lieutenant has on glasses, so he's just spraying the shit out this boy to where it's going off. And I don't know how he got his glasses off, and I have not seen the whole tape.
I don't want to see it.
Rhea told me
So
what happened
sick
afterwards.
of this
All I
shit.
know is they got him out the car. They done put him on the ground, and they're going through. He's still asking, "What is wrong? What happened?
Right.
Please tell me, why are we going through this?" And then he started asking for their supervisors.
Mm.
Okay. Now, Red tells me that after tape goes on and they run his prints and everything, then this motherfucker wants to sit down, and now we doing damage control. Red said this motherfucker sits down and tells him, "Oh well, I'm sorry. You have to look at it from our point of view and blah
No,
blah
the
blah
fuck I
blah blah."
don't. No.
Wait. Whoa. Then he says, Red said this motherfucker swings out his mouth and says, "Well, you can handle this the way you want, any way you want, but you may not want to handle this the way you want to press charges because this could hurt your career, your military
No, the fuck it
career."
can't, bitch. It's gonna hurt yours because I'm the motherfucking
And
lieutenant in
I
this.
said, "Wait a minute," I didn't hear that. I said, "Wait a minute, did he say that?" He said, "Hell yeah, he said that." And the way he said it, he had that tone or that undertone bullshit of, you know, it'd be best to keep your mouth shut.
Yes.
Kind of shit. Now you sit up, how you see in the movies, "Oh, well, how's your grandmother doing?" There would be a shame if something would happen to her.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That kind of, it had that kind of inference to it. And I got pissed with that. Now,
I don't even want to see
that
this.
there is the lieutenant. Now we got the 21-year-old, the 2021-year-old. This is the one that's in Chicago. Now, mind you, these are days apart, girl.
I can't
The
take
one in
it.
Chicago, the baby is in the car. They're claiming that, "Hey, bougie thrifter,"
That's natural. Hey, natural. That's my baby.
the baby is driving. He has a young lady with him. He gets pulled over because apparently they're not supposed to have air fresheners on the mirror, dangling from the
Since
mirror.
when?
Don't know. Apparently that's a law. That's what
Thanks, Ned. I see it.
he's he's being pulled over for that. Okay. Now,
See, that's that bullshit. You sell them, but it's against the law.
wait. The mother was on GMA, and this is what she says. She says, "He got pulled over. My son called me on the phone
Mm-hmm.
to tell me that he's being pulled over." She said, "Why?" They said, "Because of the air fresheners." And they were looking for insurance. She said, and apparently the insurance must be in her name or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he had the papers, because she says she told him, "Well, when they come back to the car, give them the phone and let me explain to them how this insurance goes." Because I don't know if she had if he had the papers or whatever in the car.
Right. Or if he was on the insurance, because
Oh,
sometimes
right.
you
Okay.
might let somebody hold your car that don't normally drive it,
Right.
so
Right.
they ain't gonna be on your insurance.
So the mother says, when the policewoman comes back, she then tells him to put the phone down. Okay. So she said, "I don't know what happened. All I know is I heard a loud thump of the phone going down, and then it sounded like there was a struggle." Okay.
See,
She
this shit is
says the
giving me
young lady that was
anxiety,
in the
y'all.
car with him, she picked up the phone and she said they shot him. Okay. The mother said, "What do you mean they shot him?" She said, "They shot him." Then she said she heard the police person tell her to hang up the phone. And so she hung up the phone on police orders. Okay. Now, the body camera footage shows that this woman, 26-year veteran, she's a training officer. She's a 26-year veteran who had a trainee with her. How about that?
This is the shit. Remember I said they be talking about they need better training. No, y'all training them just the fucking way you
Yeah,
want to train them.
she had a trainee with him. Now, on the camera, she's sitting up here hollering that she finna tase him. She finna tase him.
That's the one I saw.
Okay.
I shot him. Bitch,
And then
you didn't
she
shot
acted
him.
as if she was shocked that she shot him because, bitch, you talking about I'm gonna tase you, bitch. You looking at this damn black gun. The taser is yellow.
Bright
How in
yellow.
the hell did you
Bright
not know?
yellow, bitch. Listen,
Okay,
this is
so
what I'm
then
saying. Like, I
wait,
get so much anxiety from this shit. This shit, I'm just sick of it.
hold on, because see, this is why I'm pissed because all these goddamn black Republican, all these fucking them bitches, okay, who want to sit down and say, because I saw what's the hell this motherfucker's name on Twitter, Pierre Wilson or something like that. I don't know how in the hell I came across it. I think somebody sent me something that he had said or something. I was tagged in it, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I started go and I went in, and so then he sits up there talking about something. Well, all he had to do was not resist, which he probably did do since he had all those other charges against him and carrying on like he did before. And then, of course, we get the whole black people, black people, all black people don't run from cops. We don't do drugs. We don't do this. We're not victims. And, that whole thing that they like to spout when it comes down to these kinds of cases, because now the narrative that those particular people are trying to paint is that we keep wanting to make martyrs out of folks who are criminals. Okay. And
The
it's
only
not that
thing
we're making
is,
martyrs
if
out of
they
them.
ain't being a criminal at the time that you doing your bullshit,
Boom.
then it don't fucking matter.
It
I
don't
don't give a
fucking
fuck
matter.
if he
How
robbed the
is it?
bank earlier today. If they shot him because he didn't want to, he didn't put his hands up fast enough, bitch. You ain't shoot him because he robbed the bank.
And
You
that's the
shot him because you
point.
thought.
That's the fucking point. This ain't got shit to do with whether or not this motherfucker was the criminal or not. It depends. This got all that does with you. How in the fuck do you sit down there because they found out that he had a warrant? He ended up not going to court for something that he did because he got a little record or whatever. He ended up having a warrant for something that he did not show up for court for. Okay, but they found out that the court sent it to the wrong fucking address. But now he got a bench warrant.
Right.
Okay, so now they're going through all this old bullshit.
Hey, Booba. Hey. We got our Bigo people coming in.
Okay, that's lovely. Because we'll talk about it in a minute. So
Yeah.
we got
Thanks for
all
coming.
this shit going down. So whatever that was, as far as them trying to take that boy, maybe he did struggle, but bitch, you knew you didn't have your motherfucking taser.
This is the
That's what
thing.
this
When
is.
you said I'm gonna tase you, and then you want to use the excuse of it all happened so fast, I didn't know. Bitch, your taser is bright yellow. I don't know which side y'all have which on. I don't fucking know. But if you a training officer, you're a training officer. Let me sit the fuck up. Because y'all know I don't feel good already. If you're a training officer, they are trusting you to train other motherfuckers. And you fuck up like this, and then you quit your job. Fuck you, bitch, and the fucking horse you rode the fuck in on.
You say
You
that
shot
loudly and
that boy.
clearly.
You knew what the fuck you was doing, and ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. I'm getting sick and tired of all of it. I'm trying to figure out Meech, are you frozen? Okay, I just need to make sure. This is what I'm trying to figure out. History shows that you are the motherfucker to be scared of.
I'm a
So
solo you.
I'm
Let me go
trying
turn
to
this air
figure
on.
out why every time you see a black person in a cardigan, the first thing you want to do is pull your gun out.
Right. That part.
How? I say it every fucking time we get on one of these damn subjects. You've been nothing but violent since the day you stepped on the goddamn shores of West Africa. But then somehow, all of a sudden, every time you see a black man, you scared. How? How does that even work? I'm trying to figure out with policing, how come is it that if a black officer is working in a mostly white area, they don't seem to pull out their motherfucking gun every time somebody go off?
Okay.
Nor does a motherfucking white officer in a white neighborhood seem to pull out his gun every time something happens.
How about
We've
that?
seen it over and over again. I've seen motherfuckers pull out shotguns, come out their house with shotguns, and not even get arrested. Not even get arrested. Shotgun pointing at the police, cursing the police out. I've seen so many white people curse police the fuck out and never, ever even get arrested, let alone shot. That little bastard that you motherfucking racist ass, because y'all know when I talk about white people, I never mean all white people. But you racist motherfuckers, that little bastard that killed all them people in that motherfucking church, you motherfuckers took that bitch to Burger King.
Because he was hungry. Ain't that a bitch?
Because he was hungry.
Because he was hungry.
He could have starved. He just killed all them fucking people. You cared about him being hungry?
And didn't take and did you didn't take him to, that's what it is. You did not take him directly to jail. Y'all stopped to get him something to eat before you, girl.
He got to get on a bulletproof vest and everything.
Yes. How about that? Okay, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, that just did something. Oh, okay, calm down. That just did something.
That's the whole thing. I'm so sick of being calm.
I know, because that just did something.
Sick and tired. And like I said, no, do I think burning down some shit gonna help? No.
Right.
Because I always say, y'all stop burning down shit. That ain't gonna help. And you burn down shit in your neighborhood. Think about your elders and think about this, think about that. This shit, you burning down your own shit. They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
But
okay.
Listen, you let this motherfucker go that did the shit to George Floyd.
Okay.
When they burn it all down, you will not have me here on Dish and T telling the people, y'all shouldn't be doing that. I'm not saying shit. Fuck you.
I know. I'm gonna read this because after all that happened in 2020, how the blue hell has this continued to happen again and again and again?
Been happening.
And that there is the question. That's the question. People in power know that their numbers are far less than people that have power over. So of course they're scared that the oppressed will get wise. Exactly. How about that?
That's the only thing, because George got a knee to the neck. Period. You know what I'm saying? You're afraid. That's why you always talk about you're scared. The big black man, you're scared.
Shout out to Hughie, my co-host of Game Time Ottawa. Happy Born Day on behalf of the Nighthawk Network. Okay, happy birthday to you. Oh, wait a minute, I still got to go solo. Wait a minute, that's okay. I was like, where am I at? Okay, wait, I gotta do that again because he didn't see.
I know where he was at. I thought you
a happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Happy birthday. Sorry that your birthday falling on a day that I need to be cussing people out, but I'm just saying.
Well, here's the thing. Listen. Like I put up on my Instagram thing today. Yes, honey, I'm full of the Lord. I'm and all of that. I'm a good person. I'm a good hearted. But goddamn it, there's sometimes, child, where you gonna get cussed the fuck out.
Listen, you know how the old people say sometimes enough is enough.
Okay.
And we're getting tired of the same.
We're getting tired of
faces, but it's the same shit over and over
again. It's the same MO. Now hold on.
You're not scared of black people What you scared of is exactly what Amy just said.
Right.
You're
Here's where this
scared for
is.
when those tables gonna turn. And this,
But you
remember I
want
said this before. This is the thing that I worry about, especially when it comes to police officers. When the people get so sick and tired that they don't give a fuck that you're a police officer or not, they're not gonna stop to see if you one of the good ones.
okay.
And that worries me. I have people that I care about, police
Right.
officers, detectives. So when people get so motherfucking mad and they don't care no more,
Right.
they feel like if you ain't helping, you the problem.
You're the problem. Okay, now hold on. Because we have her and the people that sit up there talking about this boy's record and he shouldn't have did this and he shouldn't have did that. Number one, he's 20, scared, and all of that. You are someone who have all this experience on the force, and you hiding behind the fact that you're trying to tell me that you didn't know the difference between your gun and a taser. And even if you felt that you grabbed it by mistake, bitch, we all saw what it looked like. And here, how about this? Because this is something that Megan McCain said on The View. Oh, no, 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 no.
I ain't sure if I want to hear it.
Oh, yeah, catch you. She says, listen, as someone who owns multiple guns, she said the weapon that that officer had was a Glock. She said
Which
a
is
Glock.
heavier.
She said the weight of the Glock alone will let you know that it's different.
That part. I was about to
She
say that
says,
it's way heavier. You know I go to the range. That motherfucker's way heavier than the
she
tape.
said this. She said, but the Glock also has a double safety mechanism on it. She says, so when you pull the trigger, you have to pull the trigger twice because there's a safety. So when you pulled and you had to go through the
Pull it
first section,
again
you had
because
to
you knew
pull
what the fuck you
again,
had.
bitch, you knew you had that motherfucking gun. So let's just, for shits and motherfucking giggles, bitch, you thought you had your motherfucking taser. But you knew damn well that you didn't because of the safety ramifications and that motherfucking gun.
But you as a trainer,
And
you
that's
as
what
a
I am
trainer.
as a trained
See, somebody else
officer.
might have been able to say that, but now you as a trainer, you are training people. For
A
26 years, you've been a
trained
veteran. How the
officer.
fuck is you teaching people when you don't know what you're doing?
That now, that's that case. Okay. Now, yesterday, they released the cameras of the police officer who shot and killed the 13-year-old Latino boy.
See, I didn't even know that.
13 years old. This baby was killed on March 29th. Now, according to this particular story, the officer was driving and whatever his little radar system and stuff says that there was some gunfire in the area. Well, of course you could hear it. Okay. Now the boy was with a friend. Okay. Now, according to what I read, the boy had a friend. The friend was doing all the shooting. They saw the police. They started running. Now, the 13-year-old, according to what I read, the 13-year-old had a weapon, but he threw it over the fence.
Okay.
Okay. The officer
that takes away the threat.
The officer chasing him came up on him. He says, "Put it down." Okay. Whatever you drop it. Okay. The boy turned around with his hands up. The officer shot. Killed that baby. Now the time is 20 seconds. 20 motherfucking seconds. You hear me? Now wait a minute. Looking at that goddamn footage, when the baby turned around, the baby's hand was up. There was nothing in his hands. Nothing in his hands. The officer's report is saying that the boy had a gun. And okay, Okay, now for shits and giggles, maybe you saw the gun when they was running. When he turned around and had his hands up, he had nothing in his hands. Nothing in his hands. So what made you decide to pull that goddamn trigger?
Now, Mish, remember we talked about this before. This is why when these people are going to training, the only thing you teaching them is how to kill. Because even if you were taught to shoot somewhere else, to maim, to whatever, even though the baby ain't had nothing in his hands, even if your mind was still thinking, your mind wasn't fast enough, but your mind was fast enough to kill this motherfucker.
Number
Because
one.
we talk about this when we go to the range. It is from here up. You're never being taught that you don't have to kill. Why every fucking time y'all pull your gun, y'all killing them? And why is it? It's always these black and brown boys.
Now listen, because I was talking to Red earlier, and Red said, because we were talking about that, I was telling him about our conversation about the, on the range, and they don't have the full body torsos or whatever. And Red said, you know what? He said, I'm gonna say it like this. He said, I think the upper body torsos are enough if you're training them how to use a weapon. I said, explain that.
I was getting ready to say now I will say the targets that I use have bodies on them, but I don't use the standard ones. I pick out shit like zombies and shit like that.
Okay.
So that's why there's I have a different one. But
right,
the standard one isn't.
But he says that the torso is fine. He said, because if you're training them on how to maim a person or how to use a weapon properly, you could get what you need. He said, because you could go for the abdomen, you can go for the shoulder, you go for the shoulder, you can go for the side. I said, but they're training these boys.
Abdomen, though, you can really, that ain't just maiming,
But it ain't dead.
Right.
Okay. It ain't dead.
I would be more for a shoulder, arm.
Right.
That's why I'm saying,
especially if you go for the shoulder that got the weapon.
Body and go for the leg or something.
If you going for the weapon, the arm that got the weapon that hit him in the shoulder, that's gonna go down.
And the motherfucking weapon gotta be gone.
And the weapon just hello.
I just feel like they not
I'm prejudiced. I'm a little prejudiced to that because I've never fired a weapon. So I'm coming at it. No, they end up having to change the time. I'll tell you about that in a minute.
Okay.
I've never fired a weapon, so I don't have that experience to pull from. All I'm saying is, like most folks from the outside looking in, I'm looking at this. Now, I've seen targets. I know what they look like. I've seen them shot. And this, that, and another. I have never fired a weapon myself to know what the recoil is and to say we're going to train to do this. I don't know that experience. But for those who know
it's all different. It's different. Different guys have different recoils, the power behind them. Like I said, me shooting a 380 is a little bit easier than when I shoot the 9mm. But when I shoot the 12 gauge shotgun, I felt like I was about to be blown out the back motherfucking door.
Right.
Even being taught how to do it, several people helping me or whatever, and I still did what I was supposed to do. I didn't break my arm the first time because they said if you don't hold it right, you can fuck your shit up.
Okay.
I did all that, but the recoil, everything from that is such a powerful thing. Even when you're ready for it, it's still a lot. So there's different things for different people. Like men like y'all size and stuff like that will be able to handle like the 44. My sister love it. She's smaller than me, but that 44, she love that motherfucker. She go to the range, she shoot it like it's a motherfucking toy cap gun.
Okay. Okay.
She crazy. I mean, I'm a little crazy, but she crazy. You know what I mean? So they're all different. But the thing about it is to me, it's like you get it, and we've heard officers say this. You're being told more than one thing, depending on the area you go in.
Right.
And that's the part that's fucked up.
Right. Okay.
Because let that turn around and start being a bunch of black cops shooting a bunch of white unarmed kids. See how that play the fuck out.
Exactly. No. Okay. So here we go. So that just dropped yesterday. Okay. The camera footage. So that has been eaten up. That's been all on the
Ooh,
news.
I'm so glad I ain't been watching the news. Y'all
Okay,
know I
that's
told y'all
all on the news.
I've been sick
You
as
know,
hell
they,
and
they sitting up
rightfully
here.
so.
Chicago is about ready okay, they about ready to do something. Then we got this. I think this happened the same day. We have a army sergeant.
Another military one?
Yeah, hold on. But an army sergeant got arrested because he had saw this black boy in his quote unquote neighborhood. And because the boy was there, he's sitting up there claiming that he's a menace to the neighborhood or whatever. And he told the boy, get out of this neighborhood.
Oh,
All
like a
right.
train situation, huh?
Get out of this neighborhood and things. And so then the boy was like, well, I'm just walking. I'm walking. I live here. Where? Where did you live? Where's your house? And blah, 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 blah. So then his wife got the fat mouthing too. So the guy he was talking, you know how walk up a little bit. So then the army guy shoved the dude. Okay. Now he's a whole bunch of motherfuckers and carrying on, and you need to get up out of here because I'm about to do something. And the boy's like, don't you put your hands on me. Oh, you gonna do what? So it became this whole antagonistic thing. All right. Now I will play the clip, but I don't feel like
I was getting ready to say, is we gonna get dinged?
right. I don't feel like getting dinged. Well, I'm gonna get dinged, but not on this. Okay.
Oh Lord, what we playing?
Um, the dude, one of the Facebook news boards, he
Mm-hmm.
found some home videos, the camera phone footage,
Uh-huh.
and one of the guys was on the scene, said that he talked to the woman who started the shit. Okay, and said that what happened was the guy was there in the neighborhood walking a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman, her daughter was walking the dog with their dog walking partners.
All right.
Okay. Now, somehow or another, the boy ended up tugging on the girl's clothes or some kind of thing or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the woman, the mother, assumed that he was trying to sexually assault her. So she's sitting up there saying, somebody help, 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 help. And nobody was listening to her. So she left her house and walked from wherever she was all the way across over here to go get the army guy. And then the army guy come out, and then that's what you have, what the altercation that we saw. Okay.
So you know what that just put me in the mind frame of? On Jungle Fever, remember when Wesley Snipes and the girl was playing? Y'all know because I got that in my clips,
Okay.
my Spike Lee clip thing. So because he black and she, okay.
Right. Uh-huh. So now, and the boy said, now whatever conversation that they had for her to get to she didn't explain why that was.
Mm-hmm.
She just went over here to go get the army dude. And went
Mm-hmm.
up to his porch and knock on his door, whatever. And so he come out barefoot with shorts on and shit. And now, it does cause this. But he got arrested. The army
The
guy.
army guy. Mm-hmm.
The army guy got arrested. And this doesn't cause so much of a stink to where now his platoon, well, as what they call him,
His
platoon,
platoon. Mm-hmm.
he's now under investigation with the military police are carrying on now.
He should be.
Okay. So I said, okay, good, get his ass. So all this is happening in the
Cause you ain't
same
no business
day.
messing around in civilian shit anyway. If you active duty,
Yeah, he
you
is.
cannot be fucking around in civilian shit because that can get you in trouble.
Well, boom. So
Dummy.
now that's what we is. And then, like I said, so all of this is swirling in my head because that's what was going on. And then to wake up this morning and we got 8 more people dead because we
Yeah,
done had
that's what I was
another,
listening to you say. I'm mass shooting. Like, okay,
we
so
got
back up
another
one more.
motherfucking mass shooting in Indianapolis at a motherfucking FedEx.
So what was the cause of this?
I have not watched the news today to get into it because it was breaking news at 6 something this morning. Okay. And so they're still putting the pieces together, but it's another mass shooting. And like Joy Behar said on The View today, she said we are 106 days into the new year, and already we've had 146 mass shootings this year alone. It's not making it.
It's
So when
not
I
making
heard that, my heart was just weeping for the world, honey. What?
this
Derek,
makes
come on
me
up in here because
sad
she's
for
been down
my
here for a minute.
this makes me so sad about what the world will be for our grandchildren. This don't make no sense. It's just like, how the fuck can we go from all the shit that we done been through as a people? And just because we not picking cotton and shit no more, does this world not seem like it's going to be a better place for the people after us?
You know what? Here's a thought. Here's a thought. Imagine, imagine this. Imagine us being our grandparents and our great grandparents having this same discussion because I know they had it. Imagine our ancestors when they were sitting around hoping and dreaming for a better world and being free and out of slavery. And
And it's like, just shit. It's
imagine
just
Imagine that conversation after you had to get somebody and cut somebody down because they were hanged just because of the color of their damn skin, because this white bitch lied, telling us something, they raped me or they dissed me or they looked at me wrong. And our folks got to sit down there and say, one day it's going to get better. We just got to hope and pray. We just got to
and it don't get
imagine
better, just get
us.
different. It's not. It's just different.
And now here we are. Everybody keep talking about slavery ended, and we're 400 years. We've been over in this country for 400 years, and slavery ended in 1865. And this, what? No, this is
For who?
2021,
For who
and
did
now
it
the
end?
stakes have now just it done reverted because folks are scared of losing their goddamn power. This now this here is residual effect. This is the residue of what the last 4 years of an administration have been because you fueled these folks. Whether we say he a racist or not, we could debate that all day. But you fueled these people with your fucking rhetoric. You fueled them. You did not denounce nothing, and when you tried to denounce it, you was half-hearted with it.
The
It
fuck
was a
is
joke.
good people on is good
It
and
was
bad
a
people on
joke.
both sides. Are you fucking kidding me?
It was a joke. He
You see, they
fueled
tried to go
these
up to Stone.
people.
They tried to get a thing for Stone Mountain the other day or whatever.
Yeah, I did.
They didn't get it.
You
If you gonna
fueled
need to
these
do that for
people.
all of us, can you get it for all of us? Cause I
I,
can't.
I, I, I'm having issues. Now, how about this? Because I'm gonna go here. What about our Caucasian allies? Okay, what about our allies who are sitting up here? And this is gonna sound fucked up, y'all, but I don't know how else to say it. Okay, in fact, I don't care that it sounded fucked up because you're getting a taste of what we have to live with all of our lives. Because you being part of the system or the mainstream society, anytime you open your mouth, y'all they probably not even using this term like they used to use back in the day. But you are now nigger lovers.
Oh yes.
Okay?
Oh, they
See,
still
there was
use it.
niggers and then
Oh,
there was
they
nigger
wiggers.
lovers.
They wiggers now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We okay. Well, I thought the Wiggles was supposed to be the cool ones that wanted the white black folks.
That too.
I
That
mean
too.
the
Yeah,
white
like
black folk.
Eminem, like
Okay, yeah,
Eminem and them.
yeah.
Yeah. Machine Gun Kelly them.
Okay. So what ends up happening, because remember during Martin Luther King, during the marches and stuff of the freedom fight, white folks got killed because they were helping black folks.
Right.
Praise the Lord.
Okay. They got killed and things because they were a voice. I mean, hell, remember back during the slavery times, if they found that you were harboring slaves, honey, you got killed.
Oh
Helping them
yes.
with
The
the Underground
abolitionists.
Railroad and shit.
The
Yes,
abolitionists. Oh yes.
yes. So
That's why they
we have.
came up with
So
so
this
many
is why.
beautiful ways. Leave your light on.
This is why. For those who are real staunch power to the people children, that's so black, they can't see shit else. But light, honey, light is white. Okay. In order to see the light, you have to see the white. Now, this is not to say that white is good and all that, because I don't want y'all to misconstrue my goddamn words, like I know some of you bitches are gonna try to do. The whole the thing of what I'm saying is that we do have allies, and we can't destroy the allies or step on the allies because we're so busy trying to be so pro-black and anti-white.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Because
I'm
we have to
and
understand that
let me
not
preface
everybody is
this.
like that.
Let me
Yeah.
preface this because that's what I'm saying. And when I say anti-white, we're talking anti-white establishment, anti-white in that thinking of superiority and supremacy and carrying on. I'm talking about those people. We're not saying that you don't have the power to have pride in your race, pride in what y'all done and accomplished as a people, but you also need to tell the truth because a lot of your accomplishments are stolen.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Okay,
That's not say a
Okay.
lot.
okay. So we have to be honest.
Do I
But
have
this
to?
is
Do
not
I
to
have to?
say
I have to
that
quote my
being
favorite person
pro-black
then.
got to be anti-white. That's not what this
Right.
is.
No. No.
Right.
Can I
That's
say
not what
this?
this is.
Go ahead,
Cause I'm
then.
coming in so late and y'all was having such juicy conversation.
I know you're stewing over there. Come on, girl.
I got to back up for a minute. You know, I like knowledge. Okay, we was talking about the young lady who did the taser thing. Let me explain this to you, honey. Tasers was introduced to the police department in 1993, which was 28 years ago. You've been on a police force for 26
26.
years.
Come on,
So you
Derek.
have been through every transition that a taser has been through.
Come
And
on.
you're going to tell me that you don't, after 26 years and all the transitions that a taser been through, you couldn't tell the difference between a goddamn taser and a gun. Kiss my
You know what?
whole non existent ass.
Hold on,
Wait a
Derek.
minute. Wait a
Because
minute. That's real.
hold on, because not only has she been there for 26 years, but bitch, you are a trainer. You ain't just going through the trainings. You are a trainer. So what the fuck are you training?
Mm-mm,
You training
mm-mm.
them to do just what the fuck you did. Because that's the same shit all of them do.
Here, let me go to this. Rose said, "Did you see the video that was posted to Instagram of the white guy being stopped by the police? They told him to get out of the car. He said no. Told the cops he would shoot them and reach for his gun. Yes, I saw that. It's kind of old too.
He's
That's
still
been
alive,
around.
ain't he?
Listen, more than alive, bitch. He sat up there and sped off. He told the cops he wasn't getting out no goddamn car. He said he grabbed his gun. He said, "I'ma shoot you." He said that twice. The cop sat up there wrestling with his ass. He done sat up there, took the car, bitch, backed up into the police car, rolled off and sped off with the policeman still on the car.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta find that old video that I was talking about. When that man came out there with that motherfucking shotgun. Cussed they asses out and it pointed at them. He ain't had down at his side or nothing. He knew it was the police. He came out with that
Yes.
motherfucker pointing, and that motherfucker didn't even get arrested.
Wait a minute. What about the old white lady, honey? When they pulled her over, he said, "Get out the car." She said, "No, I'm not. I'm going home."
Look here, Miss Daisy. If you don't get
Wait.
your ass,
Wait, what about the white guy that was pulled over? He got his girlfriend or somebody in the car. She trying to tell him, don't do nothing, don't do nothing. They trying to arrest his ass. Baby, he done took the nightstick from the cop, beat her ass with the nightstick, took the gun, and then got in their car. He took the cop car and sped off.
That's what I said. Those are shits that they need to be playing when
And
they
that
trying to
is,
say it was a matter of my
I
life
was
or
scared of
death.
my life. I was scared, afraid for my life. Now
And
that
all,
was two officers.
and all of them are still breathing.
Period.
Yes. And I want y'all to make this clear. The fact that we're standing like this is not to say that they should have been shot.
No,
And
what
we're
we saying is
advocating.
the other cases should be held just the same. You do not have to shoot some fucking body every time you pull them the fuck over. Just like you don't shoot them. Why are you shooting them? Because
Right.
one don't make sense if the other don't make sense. So either
Okay.
you shooting everybody or you peacefully taking everybody in. Make up your motherfucking mind.
Or
Exactly.
understanding that it's okay if they get the fuck away. Now let's examine that. Because I think, see, this is what I need stand. Because see, this is something that I want to get an understanding of.
See if you can get stand.
I want to get an understanding of this. Is it pressure of not getting? Remember Beverly Hills Cop, because they had Eddie Murphy put the banana in the tailpipe, and so because they were calling themselves tailing the child, they couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
They lost the tail or whatever, and so
Right.
now everybody in the department is razzing on them and shit, right? So now is the pressure to make sure that you don't get let the bad guy get away so tough to where now when you approach a motherfucking situation, this got to go down?
Because let me ask you this. Because I thought, like, say we in a residential area. I know it's
Uh-huh.
supposed to be like this in Philly. Cops can't handle high speed chases and
Right.
all that motherfucker shit because you in the
A
area of
residential
people.
area, right.
So if that's the case, why is all these people ain't nobody getting shot on the fucking highway? Y'all shooting them in broad daylight in residential areas.
Oh, that's a damn good question. That's a
I'm just
damn good question.
asking.
Uh-huh. You don't know Canariello
Come on.
Patrol? Yeah, come on now. Okay, come on.
From all black codes still too, Tracy.
I can't take my nap. Y'all hyping me up too much.
You supposed it's 10 o'clock. You supposed to be here now.
Well, no, I think he had his Beco streets to do. I saw
No, he
that.
was already on there. He said he was coming in like 10:30 over here.
Oh, okay. I also saw that a taser, when aimed, emits a red and green light as well as a flashlight. Wow, I
Oh,
didn't
come
know
on
that.
through, Amy.
Okay, I didn't know that. See, because I've never
Me
fired one. White
You
people in
know,
America brought the fear upon themselves because since slavery, we blacks have been laborers, which makes us more naturally stronger. Even today, blacks make up a great deal of the labor force, while whites do the jobs that require no labor, thereby building no physical strength. So when police try to apprehend us, they fear our strength in resisting, both physical and mental, because of all you said earlier. Well, how about that? Now you know
I
what?
love it.
And
But what
that's
about a
something to
motherfucker?
consider.
What about a little skinny white motherfucker on LSD? He's stronger than a motherfucker ox, okay?
Okay, but that's drug induced. Yeah.
But
Okay,
that's what they
but
try to make it seem like we all on drugs and that's why you're scared we ain't sure what's gonna happen. But I get what Lanier is saying though.
I got what he's saying
I
because
absolutely get
just
it.
on a regular everyday thing, shit, if we sitting around here getting fresh air, plenty of exercise, come on, Miss Seeley, okay? Because we out here working and y'all sitting up there behind the desk pushing paper.
yes, honey, because
Yes,
I got wonderful I got strong neck muscles, honey. I be working.
This for my entire nerves.
I wanted to ease it up a little bit, but okay.
I seen it and shook my head. Okay, yeah, I
This,
have
but we
more
not that's the
info.
thing. Go ahead.
I have more info on both of those cases. We'll be in about 20 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
But did y'all
Uh,
see that the police chief in Virginia said that he seen no need for the police to apologize to the guy that they maced? Yeah, he said he don't see why there's no need for an apology at all.
get rid of his motherfucking ass. Okay,
I
I'm
Where was
voted
done.
that?
that.
Where is that at? What state and city is that?
That where the black guy was, he was in a place called Winston, Virginia.
Winston, Virginia. That's the Army lieutenant.
Right, right.
That's the Army lieutenant. And
A
you
place
and
that only had a place that
we
only
can
had
say
2,077 citizens.
okay. So we gonna find out the number to that police station,
yeah. We
and we
need we
gonna
need to blow
post
that.
it.
We need to blow that up. Tracy said, I live in Covington, Kentucky. And a few years ago, the police pulled a gun on my daughter and grandson. If it wasn't that we was around a lot of people and we ran between them, they would have shot them. Girl, no.
What?
Stop. Don't they train cops to shoot at the largest part of the body? You know where all the vital organs
Vital
are.
organs are,
Exactly.
yes. That's our that's
Okay.
our that's our main concern. Why the fuck ain't you shooting to maim instead of shooting to kill?
All because she didn't stop until she got in front of my house. Girl, stop.
She waited till she got somewhere safe.
Safe. Right. Okay.
That's
I
why I told
wish
my
Red
kids
was
if
in
they
here
pull
tonight.
you
His
over,
military background comes in play here. Yeah, but y'all know Cupcake is doing fine. They
yeah.
should be back home. They should be back in town
What
Sunday.
you need to know about it? Because I'm kind
Right.
of
Okay,
expert
because
on
you know this is a
probate.
military mama over here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, isn't the goal if you're drawing your gun to shoot at the very least to incapacitate? If you're
Yep.
shooting someone in the stomach, that may not go down right away. They live, but they live to fight back. Okay, right. Okay, to incapacitate exactly. Okay.
Okay. So here's my thing. Y'all, when we keep absolutely do not condone any officer killing someone or shooting
I'm
people.
shooting in the first place.
Right.
Exactly. What you say?
But they're
Disclaimer.
not they're
Got
not
you.
they're not this is the whole thing. The way that they are being trained is wrong. You're being trained to
Okay.
shoot to kill as opposed to incapacitate.
Right. He
But
was a
you only
bigoted
being
bully. I
trained to
believe
shoot to
that.
kill in certain places. You ain't being trained to shoot to kill every
How come
motherfucking
you ain't
where.
got this goddamn link? I done sent you this damn link, boy. Hold on,
You
y'all
know what
keep
I'm saying?
talking.
It's not. It's the. We've had officers tell us that they're trained to act a certain way when they're in the black neighborhoods.
Right.
So it's not, man. Y'all listen. This is all a bunch of bullshit. It's bullshit. It's been bullshit. It's gonna continue to be bullshit
Oh, right,
because
that
they
part.
cannot afford to throw away all the police officers that they already have and start off with new, fresh training. They ain't gonna do no shit like that. They ain't gonna take the time to retrain them. So the shit until they start making examples of this fucked up shit that they doing is never gonna change. It's not gonna fucking change. This is just some bullshit and people know it.
Okay. So, oh shit. Okay. I done bought this damn little cushion, honey. This cushion ain't doing me right. You
Listen,
know.
you seen I done switch positions too. I'm in so much pain, y'all, but this shit got me so fucking mad.
Okay. Can you imagine the bias he has inside of the military? Okay, don't do it. Because I didn't want.
Mm,
Okay. Blood
man.
Bought Media says, okay, D2.
Is that
Okay.
D2 music?
Shout out to all the white people who are taking a stand and tired of all the bullshit. It's highly
Yes.
appreciated and don't go unrecognized. It's beyond appreciated. It's what's needed because the whole thing of it is this: a lot of the problems that are being had, we can't fight. They fight for them. The good white folks, okay, we gonna sit down there and get the good white people. Those folks, okay, they got to go to their people. They got to stand up and be willing to take the hits, be willing to hit back to their
And
own
be willing to
people.
say something
They
because
got to say
just
something.
like
No, they got to take the sacrifice. Say it like it is. They got to take that goddamn sacrifice
mhm. I'm
and be the
saying this
sacrificial
like
lamb. That we can't
you
do it.
when you want to tell me as my white friend, I'm sorry this is happening to you. I couldn't imagine blah 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 blah. And I'm talking about the people who have some say. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you can't go in your city council and shit like that and speak up for what's going on, because we tell y'all all the time, it starts with where you live. Of course, you can't just go banging on. Well, some white people did go banging on the damn Capitol door, didn't
Okay.
they? Tore that motherfucker down, didn't they? To say what the fuck
Okay.
they wanted to say. So you telling me that where is the real stand?
Okay.
Because I say this about black people. I don't give a shit how much you march, sit in, burn shit down, whatever, whatever, whatever. That's not going to change nothing. The laws don't change, ain't shit going to change nothing. They
Okay.
are not going to change the laws. So for all of us who be like, oh no, we don't have nothing to do with the politics and blah, 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 blah. You're stupid, and I'm calling you that.
Okay. You better start.
Because we do.
Yeah.
If we don't be able to change the laws. Remember I told y'all before, that Constitution, they can kiss my motherfucking ass and all the motherfucking amendments. I don't need no motherfucking amendments. Kiss my ass. Anytime you still got to vote to see if we still going to be slaves, y'all can go straight to hell. Y'all can pass this bullshit in Georgia with fucking voters restriction bullshit. You motherfucker, that bastard who sits in our motherfucking governor's seat, because when this state turned blue, y'all mad. Now
Okay.
y'all mad. Now you mad. So now you want to put all these motherfucking restrictions. So Meech, next time it's time for us to vote for something, we as Dish and T cannot go out and give nobody no water. We can't give them nothing to eat. We can't stand in the line for them. We can't do none of that shit.
No,
Because of the
because
shit that they
they're
just
saying
passed.
now there's a way around all of that because they're saying that you have to be a poll worker. You have to be that you can. They're saying that okay, the only people who could do that are the poll workers. Okay, and this, that, and the other. Nobody else because they're claiming that folks who do it are coming up there being bipartisan. If I'm coming up there, I'm not telling you who to fucking vote for. I say,
When
are you
we was
thirsty?
running into, when we went out there, we ain't told nobody shit. We ain't asked you who you voting for. None of that bullshit. We came to
Right.
see if y'all had enough water and enough
Are
motherfucking
y'all
snacks.
good? You're thirsty, you need a snack. Okay, boom.
That's
That's all
it.
it was.
And was
Okay?
prepared to say if the line, it had the lines been long, but our lines weren't, thank God, because people did do their early voting like us. The lines weren't long, but we were prepared to be able to stand in line for somebody that may need to go to the bathroom.
Well, he said, y'all don't need me tonight. Y'all got this. We had it anyway, honey. We just needed, would love to have had your perspective. You tired. Just say that,
I was getting ready to say no,
Okay,
because you was
you
so
tired,
no, because
okay,
you
you
was
girl.
just
supposed to
tired.
come in
Shit.
here to
You
take my
tired, I'm
box, because
high. It's
y'all know
okay,
I'm in
honey.
pain
Praise
in
the
this
Lord.
motherfucker. I've been waiting on you.
Okay, yes. Also in the Chicago case, the president of the Chicago Police Union spoke on CNN last night. Oh, really? Okay, I'm gonna have to go pull that up because I want to know what he said. Well, he said he cited that the 13-year-old was allegedly a gang member and used the fact to try to justify the shooting as well. That ain't got nothing.
What
He
did that
had
have to
He
do
had
with
no
nothing
gun in his hand
in
when he
his
got shot.
motherfucking
that
hand.
too?
This is the part that drives me absolutely ape shit. I don't want to hear about the fact, okay, that he was an alleged gang member, whatever. That ain't got nothing to do with the
He
fact
could
that
have
you
been a
shot
full
this
fledged
boy
gang member. He was
within
13
20
years old.
seconds after being on the motherfucking scene and he had nothing in his hand when he turned around and you told him. Because if he did, you told him to drop it. When he had his hands up, he had nothing in his hand.
Here's
And
my
you
thing.
shot to kill that boy.
Here's my thing.
Yes, you did.
He's 13 years old. Even if he was a full fledged, you knew you done locked him up a million times before. At 13 years old, that baby still got a chance to change his motherfucking life.
Yes.
So you decided, officer, that his life was not worth even
Now,
trying
let
to
me
change.
back up
You
just a
decided.
little bit.
And the thing to that is you probably didn't recognize that he was an alleged gang member until after you got back to the police station
That
or
part.
after you ran his
Say it
name.
again.
So you killed him before you even knew all of that
Thank you.
bullshit. Shut the
Thank
fuck
you,
up.
Derek. Thank you. That's just
Mm-hmm.
your way to try to cover your ass. Because he was an alleged gang member. Bitch, he was 13. What my grandmother say, he still ain't over the upper pitch straight. I don't know what
What
age
I say?
fishery comes in for boys, but I'm just saying.
See, I told you. See,
Yeah.
no need to issue an apology. Well, you know
Apology.
what, honey? I'm like Nikki. You know what? I'm like, go and this is just my view, honey. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. I'm at the point now, and I'm like, I don't encourage y'all to go out here and fuck up nothing. But at this point,
If
I'm not.
y'all do, I'm not gonna say what I normally say.
Oh,
For the
Okay.
verdict
Jesus.
ain't. That's why I
Mm-mm.
said, listen, the verdict ain't. Tell me when they go in for deliberation. I think me and Lily gonna go on down to the BJ's tomorrow and
Okay.
stock up on everything we need in this motherfucking house. Meech, I'm gonna get a case of toilet paper. You want to drop some off at your house? Because I don't know if
Okay.
you got any more of the fucking black owned toilet paper. I still
No,
got
what
two
I
rolls in the
fear,
closet.
what I fear right now
Yes,
is
Annie.
the backlash of all that can happen in Minnesota because there's so many things going on at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So now only thing they need is everybody sitting on pins and needle waiting for the final verdict of this trial. But honey, I come to tell you, people need to really think how they're going to react if the verdict is one way. Come on here, somebody, compared to how they're going to react if the verdict is another way. That's what Minnesota needs to prepare their asses for.
Right.
I feel like
Okay.
Prince is somewhere, wherever he is, in the spiritual realm. Like, y'all about to fuck up my shit.
You no, you finna get some real purple rain, honey.
Okay?
You finna rain down some real purple rain, honey.
Some real
Okay.
justice right here.
It's crazy. Like, I just,
Yeah. Something in there ain't holding right. We got to readjust that stuff.
you know how when the elders say, because we living in our last days.
Mm-hmm.
And remember on Queens of Comedy was the more say, Grandma, why you I mean, that was Adele Givens. Why you always gotta say we living in our last days? You living in your last days with your old
Right.
ass. Why you gotta say
That
your
was
last? That was Adele Givens, right?
Adele. Yeah.
Yeah. She said, why you
How
gotta
we
tell
always
me
living
what
in
the
our
bullshit?
last days, honey. Shit,
Right,
when you was living in yours, and when you and granddaddy was still fucking.
right.
Okay.
All
So
right.
do you think taken from that reference, do you think that because as we get older, the political stance of our people, the people, where we stand as a people, we recognize it more as we get older, and
I'm gonna
now
say
it's
it.
more serious for us.
Well, here it's more. I'm gonna say it like this because this is how I've come to reconcile last days. Because I think last days are symbolic and at the same time it's real. Because those of us who are of a certain age, honey, mortality sits in. We start to look at our own mortality. How long we going to be here on this side of creation with the world being as fucked up
Right,
as it is?
but that's what I'm saying. Like, the older we get,
Yeah,
the more serious we get about what's going on in our reality.
right.
Because think about this 20 years ago, was we this concerned about what was going on? We might have been a little bit concerned because we was on
We
that
were a
verge.
little
20
concerned, but
years ago, what was we, 30, right? So we
yeah,
was a little bit concerned. But we wasn't deep into it the way we into it now, unless you were a young politician.
right.
You wasn't deep into it the way you are now. So now
Or
it's like,
young activists. For those of us who are on the activism side of things, which is
mm-hmm.
still politics. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So if you're an activist, if you was one of them people out there on the front lines fighting the fight,
right.
it might have been different for you. But if you were just regular, everyday, living your life, some fucked up shit happened, you'd be like, oh, that's fucked up. That's
Yeah.
real fucked up. This is a shame. I don't believe that happened. Whatever. You feeling
Okay.
bad about it, but you don't feel as strong in your convictions about it as you do now.
Okay.
Because the older we get, the more important it becomes. And then we realize, shit, we're getting older.
Exactly. And
That
that's
is
what the
D2 Music. Hey, D2 Music.
okay,
Thank you
and
guys for
that's the
coming.
whole the last. That's how I've come to understand the whole idea of the last days because now we're in a place where
In
we
that
want to
too.
make sure that we want to leave this place behind somewhere. We always talking about what the hell our kids gonna do. Look
Right.
at what we talking about when we talking about oldies but goodies. How in the hell 20 years from now our kids' music gonna be fucked up? How in the hell is WAP gonna be an oldie but goodie? Could you imagine that
Baby,
being
every time I
oldie
think
but
about
goodie?
every time I think about that, Our kids' oldies is gonna be so fucked up. I think we got the last of the good music. Or my kids, I think
Okay.
part of their music is the last of the good music. Cause baby, remember that
Right.
y'all remember when Brian called and said what was what? What was what? Was he
Right.
live on here?
Right.
We was somewhere where he asked, but it was on here. What we on here? He said, what does
Uh-huh.
what mean?
That is your number, Nikki.
Okay,
Here's
thank you
the
very much. Can
telephone
you make sure
number
you send it to me too? People
to the
in the
Windsor
comments.
Police, Windsor,
Oh yeah,
Virginia. And
go
I didn't
ahead.
even
You
know they
start.
had a Windsor in Virginia. That's how Windsor, Virginia. This is their police department's telephone number.
Yes.
Blow that motherfucker up, honey.
And the address is in there too.
Yes.
I'm coming. Yeah, I'm finna put that up there.
It might be a banner, but if you feel like you got some comments or concerns at that Windsor Police Department, then
Okay,
go to them.
blow their asses up.
And
Okay.
even if you have to email them, I'm quite sure they're gonna have an
Email them.
email of some kind of. I don't
Shut
care
they
how you do it,
motherfucking
And
just
you
do
know
servers
it.
what? Now
down.
that would be lovely as well. But that would be lovely to sit down there and put in writing. Okay,
Listen,
to put that
because
shit in
guess what?
writing.
If enough people do it, we can shut the servers down.
They
Because you
claimed my
gotta.
daughter was speeding, but the witnesses said otherwise, and I was so scared. To this day, she would not come to my house. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Gunman in the FedEx shooting was only 19 years old. Ain't that a bitch? I did not know that.
They're getting younger and younger. Woo, come on, hologram.
Okay, that's the address, honey. Okay, Windsor Boulevard in Windsor, Virginia. And that's
Thank
Windsor, Virginia, not Windsor, Ontario. Okay.
Right.
you.
Research Department. The FedEx shooter has been identified as Brandon Scott Holt, a former FedEx employee at the facility. Now, get it, because he killed all them folks and then he killed himself.
Yes.
This is a murder suicide, honey.
And his last name is Hole, not Holt.
Hole.
Wait a minute, huh?
HOLE.
Yes.
Oh, I said, okay, Hole. Oh, okay.
I was gonna spot that girl. I was
Okay.
gonna spot the pronunciation of that,
I
honey.
had to go back. I had to go back and look at that. Did I miss that? Okay, yeah, HOLE Hole. Okay,
Yes, girl.
several of his shooting victims were identified as what SIC members who often worked together and came to work together at the Indianapolis facility. Okay, now who are
What is that word? Yeah, what does that mean?
those people?
Oh yeah, what do you call them again? Because I need to know what they are.
Yeah, SH. What do you say? Go back to it.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna go to it. Hold on.
Yeah.
SIKH.
SIKH.
Okay, or is that an L? Okay, so hold on. Let me bring E up in here because he decided to come on up in here.
Yeah, you gotta tell us what members of what does that mean? E? What
Look
site?
here. First of all, hello, my people.
Hey, baby.
Good evening, everybody out there. Allow me to talk to my older brothers and sisters for a second.
You look well rested.
So he look like he's still sleeping.
I ain't well rested.
He looks sleepy than motherfucker.
This conversation got me highly amped up at the head.
Oh, okay.
Look, man.
I thought you got a little bit. You look like you was just as happy as child. I was like, okay, he got a little cooch. Okay.
No, the drought continues. But anyway,
I'm sorry.
Mine too, brother. Don't even.
I'm good. I'm good.
Praise the Lord.
Anyway, yeah. No, don't be claiming I'm tired and that's why, damn it. Y'all know all the stuff I be doing here and outside of the Nighthawk Network and so on.
And so your ass was tired. Shit.
So that means slow the hell down. You need to start delegating better with yourself.
You know all that I'm doing, nigga. You were tired.
You should get on Meech for that. Like Meech, how you gonna stand? Like Meech, how you gonna be up on the show falling asleep? But nigga, you be doing the same thing.
I know, and I'll tell y'all asses that shit, don't I? I'm like, oh shit, wait a minute, the sleep done hit. I got to go. Okay.
All that
okay, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
All our family and the Untamed and Uncut family that are watching on YouTube.
Girl, sorry.
Yes, we argues over here.
Sorry, but not sorry. Fuck it, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
T streets. Let me get this in. Okay, look, so first of all, my favorite show on the Nighthawk Network is not my own or any of them that I do. It is this one. And
Thank
sometimes
you.
when it's hot and juicy like this, I just likes to watch and chill. But also, as I said, I want to support you guys in the comments because as y'all know, I've been so busy, I'm not fully aware of everything that's going on. So as y'all sitting here discussing this, I'm looking up things in the research department, as y'all like me to do sometimes, to help in the conversation.
Well, E, I ain't know none of this
Thank you,
shit
baby.
happened
We
till I
Thank
heard
you.
you
appreciate all
talking
that.
about it
Hallelujah.
in the open.
Hallelujah. You're so good to us.
E,
Praise the
E,
Lord.
I ain't know
I
shit
love
was
you,
going
my
on.
elders, but no, you ain't gonna read me up in here.
You ain't gotta say that again. You done said elders once. That's enough. You ain't got leave that right.
Baby, it is true,
Leave
okay?
that right there. Leave that right there. Stay in your place, okay? Leave that right there. Leave
What's
Yes,
that
that?
right there.
ma'am.
Just
Yes,
ain't
sir.
Sunday, but he
Anywho,
said what he said.
I
Let
But
him
know.
know.
okay,
on the Friday.
And
On the
that's
Friday.
fine.
okay. Thank y'all for letting us go through that. Now here, back to the show.
All
Okay,
right.
look, the Sikhs are people associated with Sikhism, a monolithic religion that's organized in the 15th century in the Punjab region of the Indian subcontinent. So, in other words, it is a basically they were Indian. It's not
Oh,
so much that
like
it's Sikh.
Indians from India. Those
Right.
Yeah,
people.
With the turtle.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Okay. Cool. 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 Cool.
basically
Cool.
that.
Okay.
But for
Cool.
the sake of argument, they were Indians, and most of the people that were shot were Indians. And like I said, they were known to congregate with one another and whatnot.
Well,
Now,
what
the
about the
question is still,
nationality of the men who did
of
it?
course, Mr. Ho is of course Caucasian, but apparently the scenario is that he used to work at that facility and left in 2020. And
Uh-huh.
apparently, the problem is that he had issue with some of these people in regards to either who they are or what they were or what have you. Of course, there's still no, they still working out what exactly happened, seeing if he left any type of notaries or what have you. But all in all, it appears now that they're looking into it as, of course, a hate crime. Now, the problem is that many of these mass shootings, many of these cop related issues, the problem is one person look one color and the other person look another color. And more than likely, the person with the gun don't look like us, and the person that got shot do look like us. And that is why we are upset. Think about it. After 2020, we thought, okay, maybe now, especially after we put Biden in office, we're going to finally start to get somewhere in this process. But it's like some of these people going out their way now to be like, oh, just because Trump ain't here, don't think I'm still going to be like this? Shit, if anything, I'm about to be worse.
And
Right.
you know what? Let me piggyback on that because see, I think that there is part of it. Because where Agent Orange was up in there, he was the anti-Obama vote.
Exactly.
Okay. So
And that's all he
everybody that
cared
had a
about.
problem with Obama and his policies, his color, or whatever that and all of that is, he was that vote. Then with his rhetoric fueling this bullshit that he done fueled, he gave these folks permission to come out. Remember, folks forget that the alt-right sit up there and did a whole Heil Hitler type praise to him at one of their meetings.
Yes.
Okay. That's what we keep. They called him our. This is our leader. This is and all that old bullshit. So now when he left, didn't we say he was gonna leave with a bang? Because we knew he was gonna start some shit.
Yep.
Okay,
And what did
and
he
he
do?
left with a bang. He left with January 6th being his crowning achievement by geeking these folks up to go up in
To
that
go
goddamn.
storm
And
the
for
Capitol.
those who say that he did not do that, use a motherfucking lie. When this motherfucker down there in the goddamn in the waiting area, what was that?
When his
The
fucking son was right there, like,
what
wait, we gonna
they were
show
throwing
y'all
a
what happened.
party waiting for the shit to happen.
Right.
Remember his son was live.
Yes,
They was all
waiting for
live.
the
waiting,
shit
He
to
said, I will
happen.
be back. We
waiting
gonna
for
show y'all what
Pence
happened.
to put a
That's what
stop
the
to
fuck his little
everything.
ignorant
And
ass
then when
son
he
said.
didn't do that, that just added another log to Donald
Right.
Trump's
So
fire.
now that we have that there became the nail in the coffin to, well, no, I'm not gonna say nail in the coffin. I'm gonna say that became the Pandora's box. Because when we open up that box, now that he said up there talking about he want to start his own party and this, that, and the other, okay, and then split the Republican Party because that's essentially what's happening. The Republican Party is going through a metamorphosis because it's splitting.
Right.
Okay. So now we have all this bullshit going on here. And just what you said, it done got worse because now he had already given them permission. And it got worse because now this is an anti-Obama, anti-Biden, anti-Kamala hit. Okay. So everything now is all about trying to put them in place so they can still sit down here and feed into his damn rhetoric that he's doing. Because remember, Agent Orange just had he had his first little town hall meeting or whatever he did out of office, and he still routed them up, got these folks all riled up and shit, and still said that he's going to start his own party for 2024.
Right. And then also keep in mind,
well, he can start his own
conveniently
party if he
happens to
wants
be
to. All he
that
do is split up their fucking vote and then our votes.
most of these crimes, unfortunately, are happening in states where the Democrat is the governor. So, of course, they're going
Right.
to put that spin on it as well.
Oh, of course.
This is what we said. If you do not have us in power, then yeah, they're going to start taking over in terms of them taking over the suburbs, in terms of them taking over, spending up all our money, and so on and so forth. You know, as everything is playing out, the playbook is being written for 2024.
Yes.
And here is where those who are Democrat. This is why the Democrats got to get much smarter with what the fuck it is that they're doing, and stop sitting around here playing pussyfoot up under the damn tables and footsies and shit with trying to say what they believe in. Listen, y'all need a goddamn backbone. Okay.
And it's not about being Republican or Democrat. It's about who the fuck gonna do the right shit.
Who gonna do the right shit? And that's the point.
No, it's not about either of those things. It's about the fact that, remember, the mainstream media is controlled by billionaires, most of which are Republicans, first of all.
1%.
Second of all, in the end, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So you have to specialize these things because, one, it has you tuning in. Two, because in the end, it plays out to the narrative of, okay, this is why it's important for us to be here to show y'all, look, these things are going on. It's not like these things haven't went on 20, 40, 60, 160 years ago. It's just two very important differences. One, in the midst of a pandemic, so all that puts a certain light on everything. And two, more importantly, we got modern technology now. So all these things are being caught. To quote the great Ice Cube. And we
say that again, Eric. Hold on. All the things are being caught. So please don't think this shit that's happening, none of this shit is new. And for the white people who've never had to experience none of this before, it didn't just appear. They just started getting caught on camera.
Right.
It's not nothing new. This has been our life forever, and our parents' life, and their parents' life. Now it's being caught on camera, and you still look at us and tell us that shit didn't happen when we looking right at it. You didn't see what you saw.
I mean, because bottom line is, here's the thing. As Minnesota and Chicago on the verge of burning yet again for another night, understand that it's a reason why they took the whole weekend off before they start the final deliberations on Monday and the jury on Tuesday. Remember, the longer this goes on, the more likely that man is going to walk. So you would think in an ideal world, okay, they done said what they said. 2 weeks later, in the end, it was up to you to change the mind of what I saw. I saw that video the first day. If anything you said changed my mind, then I know that now, before Monday even hit, and so on and so forth. So
Can I ask a question, E? Because I know y'all been watching, and y'all know I refuse to watch.
Yes, go on.
I'm not going to sit. I'm already having sickle cell issues. I'm not going to sit myself into a full-blown crisis.
Come on.
But what? Oh, I guess we can't see it. It is televised, though, right?
Yes.
Are they showing the jurors? They're not showing the jurors, though, right?
You can also go back on YouTube, and they have highlights from it every day.
Because I want to know what the jury look like.
The jury, some of them look like us, some of them don't. Purposely so. Purposely so.
I hope so. But sometimes the ones that look like us don't.
The majority of them are women, by the way. Also purposely so. Because it's seen that basically they want to play on the emotions of the situation one way or another. But the bottom line is this, y'all. In the end, this is only one of several things we got to go to. We're going to have these trials going for the next couple of years. Remember, we got George Floyd, Blake. We got Aubrey. The names go on and on. They'll add all these to the mix. That happens this week. We're going to have those situations go on. So the thing is, This guy, he probably gonna do some time. But most of these other
Right.
ones, considering what the charges are already, that they ain't even manslaughter, they're like little versions thereof. In Minnesota, get y'all shit together.
Yeah,
Again,
for
like
real.
Nikki said earlier, I need y'all to ball up y'all Minnesota Constitution and start all over.
You
Because the
need
way
Okay.
y'all
the
set
whole
up
motherfucking United
is
States just need to
bullshit.
burn all that shit.
It's
Start over.
bullshit.
Because
Okay?
you do not, none of that shit was written with any of us in mind.
You don't kill
Okay.
nobody at point blank range, cop or not, and only be looking at 10 years. I'm sorry. Make it make sense.
It's never going to
Well,
make sense. It's never going to make sense. And understand this, as a people, when we keep saying, well, and I'm not talking about us as a whole. I mean, like the ones who try to make excuses. Well,
Hmm.
he was just like, he was a gangbanger.
mm-mm.
What's the biggest gang you know?
That ain't got nothing to
The
do.
biggest gang I know called the Ku Klux Klan. That's
Well,
a bigger gang than any motherfucking gang we've ever been able to create. And they
Exactly.
move right in our face all day, every day, sitting on our benches, sitting in the motherfucker with the police badge on, sitting up in motherfucking Congress and every motherfucking place else in plain sight. And we know they there. They don't wear motherfucking hoods anymore. They wear the
they don't have
motherfucking
to.
suits and walk right into your federal buildings and be over everything that you do.
Right.
Right.
So all that being said, y'all, it's just some bottom line. Meech, you're doing a great job as always. I love you, Demetrius. I love you, Nicole. I love you, Derek. Give people their flowers while you still can. Now, y'all see
I love
this?
you more.
Do y'all see this? Hold on. Hold on. I got my steps in today, okay? First
I
time
hear
all
that.
week. I've been that busy. So now let me do what I do. Let me go back in the comments, work on being the doggone research department, and fold my damn clothes. I love y'all. Do this.
I'm
Y'all
gonna
trying
take
to
my
get what it
medicine.
is.
What time? Why it seem like we've been on a I love you.
Because
He's
the
he's
topic is hot. It's a
he's such a he is such a thug.
Yeah, don't
okay.
talk about
But
that.
But no,
The thug reporter.
one thing I wanted to say that one thing I wanted to say that made me think, and then I say, let us think about all our brothers and sisters who were killed by cops, but they were classified as suicide.
Mm.
oh, you gonna open that door.
So
I
this
wish
ain't
you
nothing
wouldn't
new.
have. You know how I
You gonna
feel.
open that door because see now, see, we can go on because when we were kids, see, this is why we had it was important to have black mayors to be elected because when we had white mayors back in the 60s and 70s, they were allowing in Detroit we had stress. Okay. And well, I can't it was an acronym, I forget what it stands for. Atlanta had the Red Dogs. There was this secret police or this mobilized unit of police that went out and they were targeting blacks. It was supposed
Hmm.
to be, their whole thing. And so a lot of the times when they would take people, and they didn't take them to jail because they didn't want to do the goddamn paperwork. They would take them to the back alleys
Take
and
them
whoop
down to the
their asses and shit
docks.
down
Down
to
in
the
Philly, they
cops.
took them to the docks.
And all that kind of shit. Detroit, they was in back alleys and down on the Detroit River because some got killed. They were probably at the bottom of the river.
Yep.
Okay, come up missing and shit. So this is not these are isolated incidents occurring. I like to comment when we said no, you just being filmed and
You just
recorded.
being filmed now.
Remember, they
That's
said
all.
that during the civil rights that it wasn't until the media started showing them with the dogs and the hoses and
Hmm.
that it fueled folks because they're like, wait a minute, y'all doing this to the folks? This
Remember,
is what y'all
remember
doing?
when Mississippi Burning came out?
Yes, God.
We were in Germany when we watched it, and I remember watching it without my husband, and then watching it with him.
Uh-huh.
That ain't
Right.
something to show a young black man who knows how to motherfucking take apart and put together M16 in his motherfucking sleep.
It is. It see. This is
That
the kind of
motherfucker was
stuff.
mad as hell. Matter of fact, we weren't in Germany. We was in North Carolina. He was so mad. But the depiction of it was what we needed to see.
Yeah.
We needed to see it. And although we don't like the shit that happens now, we need to see it.
We have to. And this is why. Because we have allowed for our everyday violence amongst ourselves. We have allowed for the gun use amongst ourselves and amongst the gangs and amongst the dope boy. We have allowed that to become normal. So in that normalcy, we have allowed it. We have allowed ourselves to become desensitized. Y'all know this being in the hood. Y'all know when we were kids, we heard guns. What would we talk? When you hear a gun, you hit the floor. Hold your
Get
head,
on the floor.
get on the floor, hold your head, turn off the
Put your
lights
head.
if you can. That's what we were taught
Get on the
whenever you
floor.
heard guns. Now we done became experts on the shit. Oh no, that's 3 blocks over. We good.
Now
Okay.
see that's the bullshit because I remember not too long ago we heard some shots, right? Now you know like where my house is. It's not really hood,
Right,
but the block over,
right.
when you go over there and got me road up where the little apartments
Yeah,
and stuff at. So we can tell the difference. We know it ain't right here, but
right,
we can hear it.
right.
But the one day, baby, I heard stuff, but it was across the street because them
Uh,
motherfuckers was over there playing with guns.
okay.
And I said, oh, because I didn't know where she was in the house.
Right.
And that's the thing. We are so used to the shit. Like, like you said, we know when it's far enough away that you can keep doing what the
Where
fuck
we
you
good?
doing.
Cause we done got you. We are at
But when you know it's close,
when you know it's
hey, where's
close.
everybody at?
Right,
Get in there.
right.
Get away
Head
from the
count.
fucking
Right.
window.
You know exactly.
That's crazy.
And that there, that is who we are as a people now. And
Yep.
because we have allowed that to become our
Bring it
everyday
to me, Steve.
existence, we now sit there. Hold on for a minute. Break those boxes down, please. Um. Because we have allowed that to become our norm. Hell, we need these particular instances, and we need to so folks to know what's going on in the world. When you don't know what's going on in the world, you think all you know is right there in your community. So that's because we got all the but black folks killing black folks. That Black Lives Matter don't do this here. How you gonna say Black Lives Matter when you don't do shit about your own shit? Okay, well you don't know what the fuck is going on in the world. Okay, we down here fighting for this, but I keep trying to tell you, folks, Black Lives Matter was developed to talk about police brutality. That is their focus, police brutality. Okay, now we need to get the other organizations to say, listen, we got to do this here. The gun control lobbies and carrying on and say, okay, we got all these goddamn guns. That's your thing to say, okay, let's work with Black Lives Matter so we can include all of this.
We ain't no damn gun manufacturers where they come from.
Exactly. Okay. So that
We
there
can't
is where
afford
a
all
lot
this
of this
shit.
come into place. And those who want to sit down there and on that, but we kill each other. Yes, the fuck we do. We got internalized cleaning, but they kill each other too. And the Asians kill each other. And the Latinos kill each other. But we're the
Y'all just
only
don't see
ones that
those
get
statistics.
spotlighted. We're the only ones that they talk about all the time because we are a fucking political pawn. We are political pawns and fodders. We're the ones that get the money moving because if they feel as though black folks are going to do this, that's what make money move. If folks scared of black folks with guns, what the hell do you think the suburbs going to do? That's why they can sell houses and folks can move up out the hood and come into the burbs and pay $2.5 million and this, that, and other for a house because they're trying
Think
to get the
about
fuck away from here.
think about when they talk about the drugs and the thing. And I don't mean it sound like back in the day, but um the drugs come in the goddamn neighborhood.
Right,
What they say? Wouldn't need no brown shit. I don't see no poppy fields growing in the hood.
right. Huh. That part. Okay.
When you bring in the guns and the drugs and stuff like that, and you lay them out for people that ain't never really had nothing, you trying to find a way to get some money.
How about it?
Now this whole big thing done started, and now, ooh, the bad people,
Right.
cause that's where you shedding the light at.
Wait,
It
wait,
ain't
wait.
that it ain't nowhere else. It's just where you spot showing that spotlight at.
They the bad people until you want some of what the bad people got. Because now you done hunched your ass down here in the middle of the night. Okay. Coming down here in your flashy car in the middle of the night, knowing you don't belong here. To cause some shit. And then think you know what the hell you doing. And then get caught up in some shit. Now you want to call the cops on some street shit. See, that's what happened with Buffy and Becky. See, you come down here to get your goddamn weed and your coke and shit because you know they got it down in the hood.
All
And you
your little
come with
ecstasy pills.
okay, right. And you come down here in the Beamer, okay, because you trying to make folks know that you got some money when you should have bought your work truck.
Okay.
Okay.
And
But you
had on
come
your
down
goddamn
here,
uniform from work, greasy and shit, stupid.
you know, trying to act as if. You know, and then shit. Okay, you know you wrong in the wrong area. The folks gonna fuck with you because you wrong. Okay, then you want to haggle down the price, knowing damn well you don't know how to haggle, and you know you gonna get got because you down here don't know what the fuck it is that you doing. Yeah, I
Always.
said it, and it don't make no motherfucking sense. It don't make no goddamn sense. But yet this is the shit that we buy into, and we let them tell us this bullshit. And then we start espousing it and regurgitating it as if it's truth. And nobody sits out there and has the idea. Then you got the power to the people children that keep the information so locked down as one-sided. They don't expand it and show you all of it. You know what I'm saying? They only show you the good side. Well, we as blacks are blah, blah, blah. No. Don't you do that. You
And
better sit down
anytime
there
your
and open
opinion
that up
different,
because anytime
when your
if
opinion
you
different, then you ain't black enough.
if you don't sit down there and tell the truth about us, this shit don't make no motherfucking sense. It don't work. It does not work. So you got to have the truth and the whole truth with the whole. You can throw those away. You can with everything because that's the way that this damn thing works. We can't. We got to have our own cleaning. We got in-house cleaning. We did a show on that. We got in-house cleaning that we got to do. Can't nobody do that shit but us.
But see, we had to realize, we had to realize, no matter as quiet as it may get, we had to realize that yes, we come from kings, and some of us come from kingpins. What the fuck are you talking about?
And think about this. Every time when it's always,
You
every
gonna
time when it's
talk about the kings?
always,
Talk about all the kings,
we
honey.
come from kings and queens. Well, bitch, somebody was serving somebody. Not every. What kingdom you know ain't got servants?
Yeah.
And other people. Everybody wasn't a king and a queen.
Right.
And I got the best of both worlds because I'm a king and a goddamn queen.
Yes, you better come on through here.
Get into that. You want to
I
join?
tell you, I'm a queen with the K, honey.
Okay.
KWEEN, honey.
Some people
Catch
had
it.
to do the work. We might have come from
Okay.
great people, but there still had to be people to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Okay,
I'm
now
saying?
listen.
Like, don't only tell part of it. Tell our whole story. That kingdom ain't get built by the king and the queen.
Right, because they commissioned somebody else to do it, and then they did commission, they told them to do it. How about that?
Hello. That wasn't no commission, bitch. That was an order. Okay.
For those interested, they do daily summaries of the George Floyd trial on Court TV. Most of you can find that channel in your digital TV outlets.
All right. You're just so proper.
Okay, tell the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay,
Yes,
right, honey.
honey.
Yes,
And
princess.
the ugly. Okay, and the ugly.
We gotta tell it
Okay.
all. You can't
All
be
right now.
you can't be so pro-black and then you excluding people. We black, but you can't be gay and black.
Okay, don't. Okay, you know
We
what?
black,
Did
but
we
you
had that
can't like white
conversation? I
people
said
if you black.
I'm a black man as long as I'm not gay. That First of all, I'm a black man first and foremost, no matter what, no matter
Period.
how you slice it, honey, it's gonna come up nuts. I'm trying to tell you. But
Nuts,
you're not gonna take away my blackness because I happen to be a gay black male.
nuts
And
and
we think
honey.
we
How
do that
about that?
in
Hello.
this fight. In this
Oh,
fight,
right.
you can't find no reasonable explanation to say something about somebody being gay. Is we all black or not?
Exactly. Okay, now press pause because this is a very good transition to what the next subject is. Very good transition.
Woosah.
Okay, very good
Can you
transition.
do that for me too? I'm trying to eat a piece of my chicken.
I'm going to go to
I
a
need to take
commercial
my
break.
medicine, but I don't want to fall asleep on y'all head.
Okay. When we come back, honey, we're going to get into it. I'll talk to you in a second.
When I wrote this song, I wrote it from a place where I really believe that love is the root, is the foundation of the answer. It's where we have to start in order to progress and grow. But what do you think? Do you believe that love can solve our issues and problems? And do you think love is enough?
How can we talk about liberty? How can we call this the land of the free if you're talking about everybody else but me?
Have you tried Big Rob popcorn? It's a wonderful anytime snack that everyone will love. Available in 3 flavors. Grown and Sexy, which is the perfect mix of cheddar, cheese, and caramel. Sugar Shack, a fruitful flavored mix of watermelon and apple. So delicious and good. How about spicy butter and white cheddar? Everyone loves it. That's why it's called good. All Big Rob snacks are manufactured in an FDA-approved facility and flash sealed for freshness, safety, and worldwide delivery. To order, call or text 937-367-8650. That's 937-367-8650. Or contact Big Rob via Instagram at Hey Big Rob. As the holidays approach, take advantage of the holiday special. Purchase more than 2 bags and receive a free CD. Call or text 937-367-8650 to place your order now. Big Rob popcorn, the perfect snack that you will love. It's so delicious.
Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and your services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meat at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com. We're not asking for your permission. We're not seeking your approval. We're claiming what's ours in the name of our ancestors. We are their answered prayers. This is more than a movement. This is a revolution. Black innocence. What are yours today?
Hello, and hello again. Hey, I'm Helena Hologram. I'm your host of that wonderful show that comes on every Monday night at 9 o'clock p.m. sharp on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Do me a big favor, go over to the YouTube Live and look for Hey Bitches. Like the video and subscribe so you can become a member of the Hey Bitches Live page.
The views and opinions expressed here on Dishing Tea TV are strictly those of the hosts and guests of this program. They do not reflect the views and opinions or governing actions of any of the sponsors or affiliates of Dishing Tea Entertainment, Artist First Entertainment, Big Guy ENT, Atlanta Hot Radio, Black GDP TV, or Diversity TV. Your viewing and listening discretion is advised. All right, and we are back. If you're just tuning in, honey, you just missed a fantabulous discussion and a heavy one too. However, we're going to get, I think it's going to get heavy. It's going to be a little bit that way. Right? You ready?
Yes, bring it on, sister.
We're going to revisit this. But I had this conversation with my coworker over at the donut factory.
Down to the factory.
And why is it that we have allowed our mainstream culture to tell us or determine our masculinity or femininity based on the music that we listen to? Here's what I mean.
You gonna say what?
Ever since the evolution of hip hop has come into existence, okay, one's masculinity has been determined by who he listens to.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now remember back when we were first starting to rap, and it was KRS-One and all of them, and it was cute. Then we had Cool Mo D, you know. What's my baby? Yeah, Cool Mo D, I go to work, you know, like a doctor, you know. We had Big Chub and, you know, your Chub Rock rather. We had the fun stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Here's my key.
And then you had LL Cool J.
LL Cool J carrying on. Now, when it started to evolve and it became the gangster shit, then we got NWA, Tupac,
Suge Knight,
you know, all these cats.
Biggie.
Then all of a sudden, when now that the music became the music, then we had R&B stuff. Okay, so now you couldn't listen to Diana Ross, okay, or whatever, you know. And now the whole big thing is we have allowed our culture to tell you how masculine you are, and even though you may like the song, you can't rock it. So if you like all the single ladies, Beyonce, but because you know Beyonce got such a gay following or whatever, a straight man don't feel comfortable trying to rock that song because it's too much. I can't put that in my car unless I got my bitch in my car with me. Okay. Or when the rap was okay, because I know when Biggie and Pac and all of them were happening, I was still listening to, you know, Will Smith, because that was the kind of stuff that I like. I didn't like that gangster shit. Okay. Me I still don't. And I couldn't get into it. And then, you know, you had the rap battles on the street, and I wasn't a rapper and all that I couldn't get into all that. But because I was listening to Will Smith or LL Cool J, that you was considered soft. You didn't have why have we allowed ourselves to accept the fact that music determines whether or not you're masculine?
You know, I'm on that first thing came to my mind. You remember the movie In and Out?
Yeah.
And the woman said, "Do you know how many fucking times I listened to Funny Lady?" I was
right. And that's another thing. We have allowed, you know, now granted, you know, when you think gay icons, okay, and a lot of this comes from our white counterparts, because the gay community, when you build a fan base, you have to have your gays.
Yeah.
Because we are culture. Okay. If you got diehard fans and you got a diehard gay community that's going to be behind you, baby, you will always have a career. As Jennifer Holiday.
It will last you for
ex John Waters.
Okay.
Ex John Waters.
So when we talk about that, we have what? Cher, Barbara Streisand, Dolly Parton,
Celine
uh,
Dion,
Celine Dion, Liza Minnelli,
Whitney Houston,
Cher.
what's Liza's mama's name? Judy Garland.
Judy Garland. Yeah.
Okay. Then the black folks, we got Whitney, we got Patty,
Right.
Diana. Okay. Shaka is up there, but she's we know her as a diva. But she got her gays that do it. Jennifer Holiday.
Yeah.
Okay. Jennifer Holiday. Okay, then the new girls, Beyonce, Fantasia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what the thing about that is,
Deborah
from
Cox.
my perspective,
Right. Yes.
a lot of that comes from I think the children is a determining factor when a person becomes a legend. I would say a lesbian.
Lesbian.
when when
How you say
when,
it? Lesbians.
when they become icons. Because Patti LaBelle
Uh-huh.
will tell you all the time, "Oh, honey, if it wasn't for the children, I wouldn't be where I'm at today."
Yeah, she says that all the time because
All the
Bette
time.
Midler.
Right. Oh
Bette
yeah.
Midler
Started in the
turned
Cher.
Patti
bathhouse.
LaBelle
Don't
on
act
to the
like Cher.
bathhouses.
Don't act like
Right.
Cher.
That's what Beth Midler started in the damn bathhouses.
She started in the bathhouses, and Bette Midler, Patty says that in her book, and Bette said it too. She said, "Honey, with a voice like that, said she had to come over here." Okay, so Patty was singing in the bathhouses, and so that's when the kids, hey. But that there is what we did as the African community, because when we latch on to stuff that we like, we're very big on Broadway and this, that, and the other. But what happens with culture, if you like the song, you like the goddamn song. Why is it that it's a problem? My road dog in New York, he does this to me all the time, and he knows this is like chalk, or just nails on the chalkboard. He would text me, somebody would be riding down the street and would be blaring Beyonce in the car. But because straight men don't do that, and especially if they're masculine looking boys, we have allowed that to be that anybody playing Beyonce music automatically is one of the children. We
Mhm.
can't say that we don't let straight men have that to say there's a because not all gay children are buying her music. That girl didn't make all that kind of money off of gay children. The straight boys like it because they talk about how fat her ass is.
Yeah, and that's a fact right there because I was never one of the even in 22 years in the business, I was never one of the children that performed that ever wanted to do any of her songs.
Right.
Because they saturated it. They saturated it. Was not a damn show that I went to. I done seen, and I'm not being smart. I done seen anorexic Beyonces. I done seen plus size Beyonce. I done seen regular size Beyonces. I done seen white Beyonces. I done seen. I was like,
Right. Right.
I don't ever do a Beyonce song as long as I do drag, bitch. Ain't nobody gonna miss shit.
But why have we allowed our culture? And me and I know y'all up in here. Y'all better put it in these damn comments because I need to hear from y'all. Why is it that we have allowed that? Because this so-called man code shit.
Well, wait a minute.
Okay.
Let's wait a minute because it goes a little bit deeper than that. Because they don't act like that with the white men.
Mm.
But you know what? As far as me and music is concerned, I'm more of a whether it's gospel, whether it's R&B, whether it's jazz, all around. I'm more of a mellow music listener than
But like what me
that's
just
like
saying that
right, and that's
if
like
you were to listen to certain songs,
right because
somebody's
I
gonna,
know
gonna say that. And
that
what I'm
music is
saying
such
is,
an integral part of my life. Music, and it's true. Music had the faculties of calming me the fuck down.
Mm-hmm.
but what I'm saying is, think about it. Think about the white male counterparts. They can go to an office party and they put on single ladies. They
Right.
can dance with the girls and the guys.
Right. Right.
What's going to happen? Nothing. Oh, Billy tore one up last night when we was at the thing.
Right.
Let Raheem go to the office party. And I ain't talking about to the white office party. I'm talking about the regular black old office party.
I like them. Ooh.
Oh, I cannot.
Mm.
I
And then
like the
all of a
Italian one.
sudden, because if Raheem loved the beat of single ladies, then, ooh, child, he must be gay.
He must be gay.
He
Yep.
must be one of the
So what I'm
children.
saying is, it's not just men. It's more in our community that they do that.
And let me say this, because that's such a the
And
very
think about
first
it when we
time
talk
that
about
I
the
went
film and
to the
stuff
office
too.
Christmas party,
Mm-hmm.
okay, the very first time I ever attended an office Christmas party, round the corner here at the Westin. When we were there, everything was everything. The very first time I had a boyfriend at the time. I was dating a white guy then.
Oh,
And so yeah.
We
So then
remember.
that was the first time that I actually had a date to take to an office party. So I had him come with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, everything was fine, right? Everything was fine. But I noticed when they put Beyonce on, the only thing that was on the dance floor were all the gay men.
ooh.
All the gay men of the hotel, we were the only ones on the dance floor. And at that time, the video had just come out,
Oh,
so
They
we
probably was
doing
doing the dance and everything. Bitch,
golly.
I would
we
have.
Uh-oh,
Right.
right. So I
I'm
mean,
like, bitch,
we cutting the rug, we cutting. But I started laughing. And then what's wrong with you? I said, child, all the kids up in here, honey. We the only ones on the motherfucking dance floor. And Fish is sitting up there looking crazy, honey. They looking at us laughing and going, "Ah, you better go ahead on." So we done became their
yeah,
entertainment.
Right.
We done
yeah.
became their entertainment. The straight kids are looking like, okay, what the fuck is this?
You oh,
Okay,
no, the straight
and
kids looking
then
like, oh, he gay. Oh, he
right,
gay.
right, oh right, right.
No,
Because
I
then,
didn't
because a
know.
couple of the children, that was on the dance floor, we knew, but they didn't come out like that until the song come on. So now everybody's sitting up there. Oh, I told you, I told you.
Child,
Okay,
I went to Baltimore Fashion Week because my sister was in the Fashion Week, and I went to the party, the little formal party, and bitch, I don't know what song they played, but it is a song that's popular to the children, and I will admit, I kind of went off. And you know what the DJ say? I
what?
was waiting for one of y'all to show up. I was like, what the fuck? I was, it was like,
So you
now we can get this damn party started. I was like, well, bitch,
I'm here.
Baby.
Boy, hello, I'm here.
right.
But wait a
I
minute,
was waiting for one of
because
y'all.
because now how about this? Because even house music is now considered to be a gay thing.
Yes. Oh, yes. And I think he was playing. I think he was playing Pork Chop. Pork Chop is popular in this area. He's a house music for 92Q. He played one of his songs, and I was just, I thought he was playing da da da. I was just,
Right. Okay. How?
and the DJ all on the mic. Oh, I was waiting for one of y'all. I was like, wait a minute, bitch, what is one of y'all?
Wait.
Well, since you
Wait.
said something,
Wait, bitch. I'm weak. I'm so fucking weak. What you said? The DJ said I was waiting for one of y'all to show up, bitch.
All on the
Now,
mic. Now we can get this party started.
now
I was
he
like,
ready
well,
to
bitch.
turn up.
listen.
People
I
start
am done.
look, y'all. People started getting up out of walkers and hover rounds and dancing. I
Right.
said, "Well, bitch, I got the
Now
power,
how about
honey."
that? No,
Not the
how?
fucking hover around.
Did you say I got the Bible?
Get on my fucking nerves.
Now how about that? Because in those instances, y'all gonna make me read a quote, a passage from my book, because
Which one? This one?
yeah.
Let me tell you what. I'm gonna tell you why this is right next to me, because I didn't even do no affirmation today. I was my bed. Y'all know my bed is high up, so if anything get under my bed, it freaks me the fuck out. So I don't have anything under my bed because you can see right under it if you come in my room, right? And I saw and I looked and I said, "It's a book under there," but I didn't think it was your book. I thought it was what's her name? Queen Afu was one of her books. And I was like, Lily, go look under the bed. Give me that book because one of my books is missing and I'm about to do some reading. And she came out, but she had it behind her back. And she was like, Grandma, I didn't see the book. I said, I see the book behind your back. Give me the book. I said, Uncle Meech, That's one of Uncle Beach's books. He wrote that. She said, no, he didn't. And then she pulled it up and turned it around and she said, he looks like a. Wait, I gotta ask her. Lily!
Well, am I ready for this?
Oh, she said you look like a mayor.
Oh well, all right, Mayor Meese. All right.
That's what
Say
she
that
said.
say that for your campaign picture, honey.
How
Yes,
about
that's
that,
what
girl?
And the
Lily
child
has
shall
spoken,
lead
honey.
them.
I'm about
Lily
100
said,
pounds lighter in that
Uncle
picture.
Mitch look like the mayor. I said, okay.
All right,
I'm gonna
Mayor
let him
Meese.
Oh,
know.
I should. I'm 100 pounds lighter than what I was in that picture.
All right, I
Hmm.
hear
But yeah,
that.
Meese, that's a real
Yes.
that we have and I don't know. Depending on who it is, people take music have determined music as masculine music and feminine music to the point where back in the day we danced to the beat. If it was
That's
a good
it.
beat, I didn't give a shit who sang it. I wouldn't give a shit. Guess what?
Remember,
I found fuck what you heard. I found a good beat in the Harper Valley PTA. Kiss
How
my
I was
about
ass.
getting ready to
that?
say,
You better.
remember in the 80s
Right.
when our stations weren't all black yet
Right.
and we were listening to everything. When my
Everything.
cousin was here, I wish
Right.
Chick with the Juice was in here right now. We went to IHOP, right? And it was the IHOP that's not the one that's up here on Old Net,
Uh-huh.
but the one that's other on the other side down there, like, where like,
Okay.
I'm talking about. It ain't that far.
Yeah.
But we was outside because they had just closed the dining room, so you had to wait and get your stuff. Baby, they was playing all that back in the day good stuff. Fucking Journey.
Yes.
What was Phil Collins in them?
Oh yeah, Phil.
Oh, honey, that was that Genesis.
Genesis.
Yeah.
They was
I
playing.
listen.
Man,
I
they
listen to
played
all
Total
of that.
Eclipse of the Heart. Almost passed the fuck out there.
Okay.
And then the
Okay.
good thing for me was I listened to all that music, and I listened to all that music even before I got into the entertainment world. So when I got into the entertainment world, I was so much more diverse than a lot of the girls because a lot of the girls were just so one sided.
Right.
I
Exactly.
became so diverse. I was like, and I got to the point. I said, well, look, girl, no disrespect, but honey, if a white chick can come up in here and do Donna Ross and Beyonce, they goddamn it, I can do Celine Dion and goddamn Dolly Parton 9 to 5.
You know what? Now,
Listen,
now listen. Now
I
I'm gonna
start
tell
out of
you.
bed and rumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup. Don't do
Ambition.
it.
Now you know what? The Dolly Parton I do 2 doors down, and Here You Come Again.
Yes.
And then I also do Reba McEntire Fancy, honey. I may have been born just
Something that
plain white
motherfucker Reba,
trash,
that's
honey,
a
but
singing
Fancy
ass
was my
bitch.
name.
Honey, guess what? I was
Reba is a sing. That her fucking sing her little red head face
I'm
off.
skinny anyway, right?
Tracy
So
said, Taylor.
when I do her, I'm gonna have the big old,
Don't
and
you
I
do me
got a
for
little
Taylor
skinny waist
Davis.
and I'm gonna come out there with a platinum blonde wig on, honey, and I'll be like, look, this is Dolly Parton's carbon copy, goddamn it. How about that? Y'all remember the carbon paper back in the day? Yeah, I'm her carbon
Right.
copy.
But even back then, think about
Yeah.
this. Our age group and stuff. All the guys knew the name. Knew all the lyrics to all the show tunes, all the motherfucking shits when the TV shows came on.
Right.
All
Right.
of us knew that. That didn't determine who the fuck you were. We
It
were
didn't,
kids and we loved it.
but now my coworker said this, and I thought this was rather interesting. He said that he thinks that it's the message in the songs because he said now the difference between, let's say, Little Kim and Missy Elliott versus, say, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
He said back in the day, no, wait a minute, because he's in Missy Elliott and the Brat.
I was
He's
getting ready to say, because you
okay.
can't put Kim like that, because Kim.
I already said
No, he said
Kim
the
opened
Brat,
the
but
door for
and I
Cardi
had to
to get
remember that
married.
because I brought up Little Kim, but let me make a point. I said y'all rock to Little Kim because she was introduced by Biggie, because she had somebody who introduced her, and then her lyrics were they were cutthroat. He said the difference with her lyrics were she wasn't sitting up there trying to downgrade the man in it. Okay, yeah, she was talking about dick and pussy and everything, or this and the other, but she wasn't trying to say he was gut bucket, he was this, he was that.
Right.
Okay, he said Missy didn't do that. All of her stuff, we could rock with it. And the Brat, I said, well, hell, y'all thought that they were lesbians anyway. I said, then Brat came out. Okay, and y'all, the jury is still out on Missy. So y'all thought she was a nigga
Right,
anyway,
right.
you know,
And then you think
because
of
she came hard. I said Kim came hard because she had to, because she was the female equivalent of
A
Biggie.
Biggie.
She was the notorious B.I.G. She was the
She was the
notorious
notorious
K.I.M.
KIM.
So she had to come hard, and so y'all accepted her. Now here we got let's take it now, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. He said, "Nah, I can't be rocking that." I said, "But wait a minute." I said, "Now here's what the double standard is, because now y'all would want women to sit down there and rock that shit that the men talking about. Y'all sit there calling them all kinds of bitches and stank assholes and this, that, and the other, and y'all let women rock that. Now if a bitch come rocking that shit, she cool. But if a dude come rocking WAP or what's Cardi B's song? What's one of her little songs? What's one of her little songs?
I
Oh,
don't mean
look.
like it like that.
Hey, right.
Oh, don't
Okay.
do that. That's my.
Listen. What?
I
Okay. We
like
can't.
Jordan.
You know, if Haji was up
Care
in here,
for me. Care for me ain't as wrong.
okay. If
It's a
Haji
little
was up in here,
raunchy,
Haji would
but
say
it's
that's a violation of the man code. And I'm like, what the fuck is this goddamn man code that's unspoken rules and shit? If you like the song, you like the
the
goddamn
only
song.
time the manly male's supposed to be on it is if they doing a duet with one of them rough ass niggas.
Exactly. And
That's
that's what
it.
he said about, because he said that about, my coworker said that about Beyonce. Because he was like, what's that song? Ape shit or whatever. I said, yeah.
Because Jay-Z on it, it's
Because
But
cool.
JC
but
because
but you know
JC on the
what?
track.
You know one thing. You know one thing. And people say I'm weird. I know I'm weird, honey. But you know one thing.
Good to be weird.
Music tells me a lot about somebody.
Right. Yeah, me too.
If I get into somebody listening habits, oh honey, I could learn. Oh, child, I could learn some
Yeah.
things. I
The
really
message
can.
in the music, baby. The message is in the music.
Ooh, girl, I come to tell
The
you, honey, I be
message is
like,
in the
okay.
music, bitch.
I be like,
Y'all know how much I write. My little brother say, please don't get on her bad side. You will be in the next song. You better
You know,
fucking
I just,
believe.
but me, that's a good point to bring up. I mean, how do and those same men, they won't they won't dance to Missy Elliott or Cardi B.
Right. Mm-mm.
They
Mm-mm.
might rock the Missy a little bit,
Yeah, but
depending on
it's gonna be
what it's
very few
about.
and far between, and
Yeah.
most of them are gonna rock her. They're gonna rock Missy when they're at home cleaning their damn house, putting it up loud enough just so they can hear it, so the neighbors can't hear it, but they're gonna rock it, or maybe even have their earphones on.
And now how? Now let me go there, because that was my example that I had given to my coworker. Because I told him the school that I was working for before moving down here to the old ATL.
Mm.
It was an adult education center, quote unquote. It's one of those second chance high schools, right?
Yeah.
And Destiny's Child had just did their final album then, okay? Destiny Fulfilled. And there's
Destiny
a
fulfilled.
song on there that's
Which
called
one?
I'm Through With It. Love, I'm Through With It. That's my
Hmm.
motherfucking song, okay? So I'm sitting up there, I'm very unorthodox. So I'm sitting up there in the little in the study hall or whatever. So, I try to keep them calm and I play a little music or whatever. So when they saw me playing the music, uh, and then of course they come and look at my music, my CDs and shit.
Hmm.
And they clowning me, right? This nigga listen to some goddamn weather girl. What the fuck is a weather girl? And yeah.
The disrespect. Oh, let me cut
Right, and
you.
I had to cut the bitches real quick. I said,
Okay.
I respect your
The
respect her.
disrespect of
Your
it all.
elders, bitch. I will cut you madly, honey. But that's that damn street shit that they were into. So as long as, and this one particular student, honey, he was just all in the cut up with them, right? Well, it was time for them to change classes and carry on. Oh no, they were leaving for the day. And he was everybody was gone. I'm sitting there putting my shit up so I could go home. That boy doubled back
Hmm.
and came to me and said, "Yo, dog, you know that song? I'm through love. I'm through with it." I said, "Yeah." He said, "I love that song. That's my motherfucker." I said,
But he had to sneak and tell you.
but he had to sneak to tell me. He had to sneak to tell me. And I wasn't gonna rat him out in front of his friends or whatever, because I understand, that peer pressure or whatever is important at that particular age. At the same time, you trying to rep an image. But the point is, why have we allowed that to become such a standard?
I was getting ready to say, think about when we were younger, or like our parents and stuff like that. Think about the Motown sound and stuff like that. You think them niggas gave a fuck about if they was singing to a girl, they was singing to a girl. That was how they was gonna get her. Now you sing a little love
Right,
song. Now something wrong with you. You're too damn soft.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here.
right, yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
even get me
because now
started on
you
that.
gotta in the lyrics, you gotta make sure you can bash a nigga in the head and go, I'm driving around on 22s. I got my Glock on my side, I got my bitch on my hip, you know, and all this old craziness or whatever.
You
It's
too
like,
scared to
okay,
listen to a motherfucking R&B song because you scared one of your homies.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh
can't
yeah.
listen to a
you
traditional
know,
R&B. Now you may be able to listen to a hip hop R&B,
right.
but you can't listen to a real R&B. If
Or,
you
But
oh,
every
wait a
expect
minute,
you to
wait,
listen to Usher,
but
if
wait,
you
every
wait.
once
expect you
in
to
a
listen to
while,
Usher, your ass is
you would find a male who could listen to Anita Baker or Phyllis Hyman.
Right. But wait a minute. How about this? You can listen to this fabricated shit, but when I give you the original track that song come from,
you have no clue.
that they done sample the fuck out of, you want to act like it's something new? No, bitch.
Oh, I love School
Okay,
of
I
Children.
love doing that,
Oh my God.
especially when okay, just take Escape. Okay, for them to do who can I run to? Okay, to just that alone, honey. When I play the Jones Girls version, everybody sit down there and we're like, oh, that don't sound right. I'm like, bitch, this is the original. Hold on.
The
Let me
original.
take you back to where it comes from.
I love
This is
to
how
do
tight
that.
those harmonies are, honey. And this is real singing. This is before they had all this goddamn fancy ass production in the song.
Because it was all
Okay.
analog back then, baby. Wasn't no digital nothing. You couldn't digital nothing.
Right. It was all
You
analog, exactly.
understand?
Right. We have allowed our right. We have allowed our culture to, and we understand the importance of how culture dictates stuff. But at the same time, we have allowed culture to sit down and basically weaponize the music because now on a real serious note, we're not talking about the number of people who've been bullied because of the music that they listen to. What about dancers? Think of those who are in modern dance and carrying on and the type of stuff they
Mm.
have to listen to, you know, and dance to or whatever. When they're trying to understand, what about those who are into opera? And
I was
because they
going to
listen to
say,
Tchaikovsky and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
because I
Because
had people
remember,
still tell me, even as a female, if I, y'all know, for me, I listen to classical music to study. I listen to classical music to study because it keeps me focused.
right,
When I need to just concentrate, I listen to motherfucking thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms. That is what I listen to. Um, it depends on what mood I am and
Right.
on what I listen to. If I want to clean up and I'm in a good ass mood, oh
okay,
baby. And even though it don't seem like it should be this, but when I'm in a good ass mood, I want to clean up, baby, the blues is coming on. Cause for some reason, Billie Holiday and them give me life.
uh,
It doesn't seem like it should because it's the blues, but it does for me.
it's
When
a
we are about to
listen,
film, if I don't listen to DMX, and this is so crazy because y'all know he just passed. If I don't get to listen to DMX and Meek Mill before I film, shit don't be right for me. I
okay,
don't know why. It just is what it is. For what I need to do, my music is different. If I'm just sitting
mm-hmm,
here, my Pandora's on, I promise you, it's on Tamar's station. And because Tamar plays the good throwback, her station plays
uh-huh,
the good throwback R&B stuff. And I don't mean like
right,
all the way back. I mean like, late 90s, early 2000s, that kind. Jagged Edge and them
okay,
and them, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it depends on what I'm
right,
doing, on what I'm listening to. People have to understand that music could do so much for us. And when you're trying to bully somebody about what they listen to, come on.
right,
I was on the chorus choir too. The fucking first song we learned was on Broadway. It
okay,
says the neon lights are bright
on
on
Broadway,
Broadway.
right,
And it was
okay,
guys and stuff in the choir with us too. So they not supposed to be men because they gotta sing on Broadway?
right, right. No, but but they were in the arts, honey. You know, men who are in the arts, honey, a little
But
special.
Yeah, they can't just be cultured.
music
Right.
has transitioned so much because I can even see the transition in gospel music. You know, I'm an old school gospel girl. Girl, give me a good old B3 Hammond organ and a pad drum and maybe a guitar. I'm good. But now they got synthesizers, they got orchestras, they got. I'm like, well, girl, you take. I mean,
Well, I guess they feel like if they want to be able to keep the kids,
yeah, I understand that, but I
Right.
like all music, but I'm more into traditional gospel because
Uh-huh.
that Hammond B3 organ just
It
screams
speaks
gospel
to
to
you,
me
thank
honey.
you.
all.
Go
It,
ahead,
it, it
princess.
just
Read that. Read that.
yeah. First of all, why do they always wait until the gays come out on the dance floor to start the party? Because we are the party, honey.
Yes.
Second, anybody who listens to DMX or Ludacris can switch up and listen to Phyllis or the Jones Girls.
We sure
Those
can,
are the people I
honey.
want to hang with.
Me too, girl. I want to be the
Okay.
life.
We sure can.
Okay.
And what we saying, like these fucking kids nowadays.
So yes, honey.
I don't get it. I do not get it.
I don't
It's
get it
just
either. I don't, and I'm I'm trying to understand and get some kind of clarity to this. Even if we get it, because why is it that those particular beats and stuff, even going back to the rap stuff, when rap was rap, you know, it was okay for me to listen to KRS-One, but because he was conscious rap, you
mm-hmm.
know, that was different from gangster rap.
I remember
Okay.
feeling guilty about listening to listening to Nas and Genuine. Cause you know like when you feel something, you know it's degrading, but the fucking song is just good and you sing it anyway.
Yeah.
But even then they wasn't telling you to update and blah blah blah. But remember the song, Shorty, say what's your price?
Yeah.
If you back it up, you can hold my eyes. Now
Yeah.
they say you owe, oh. Now he's saying I'll let you wear my jewelry and shit. Now you owe me some.
Right. Now you
But
know
they still
what?
didn't come right out and say
They
we're
had a
talking
little
about it.
finesse and two and carrying on. Now, granted, there's some songs, honey, that are meant to be party records, and I can only listen to them when I'm in the dance hall. Okay. I.e., the song I Want to Fuck You in the Ass.
Yo, I cannot. Y'all.
Okay. That's
That would
house
make me
music
walk
all
off
day.
the dance floor.
Oh, child, that shit,
That's Meech
girl.
motherfucking song. Anytime they
Oh,
even
honey,
mention it, I feel like somebody scratching nails on the chalkboard. I just can't.
honey, that
I
I
don't
that
gotta
give a
walk.
fuck who
motherfucker right
fucking in the
there.
ass, whether it's
I
women
gotta
or
walk
men.
off the
I
dance
don't
floor because I
care.
could just
It
see
just freaks me
mistakenly
out.
just dropping shit and have to keep on picking up shit. So the best thing for me to do is to walk
But
the hell
that
off the
damn
dance
beat,
floor.
but there are songs that are just designed for the party.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I wish Red was here because he know my song. What's my goddamn song with Megan the Stallion and Ashanti, and I can't think of the boy on that. Okay.
Ashanti?
Yeah, because
Oh, I
Ashanti.
know which one you're talking about.
Okay, I'm like, oh my God, and I'm not supposed to like this kind of shit, but that motherfucker is nasty.
That's what I
It's
said.
raw.
Some songs you be
It's
knowing
nasty as
don't work
hell.
out.
It's raunchy as fuck. But whatever it song, it just turns me, honey. I'm like, ooh, is this? And Red, he always say when it come on, he said, "Go your song." I said, "This my song. Is this my song?" And then get to my part that I hear, I say, "Oh, that's my song."
But
What's
you know a
that
song
one?
like that for me, and when I play it, I purposely play it around the straight boys, and I just die to see their reactions. RuPaul's peanut butter, child. I know them. I know some of them boys want to dance. I just look, bitch. I play because I know the reaction it's gonna get from the straight
Right.
boy.
Okay. Right.
Now the ones who stay in the yard and listen to it, okay, and the ones who walk, okay, that's your thing. But I'm like, boy, don't play with me. You listen to this shit too.
Right. Right. So when we,
Mm-hmm. And then do be records like that, because I know y'all know. It's not that I have anything against Meg Thee Stallion. I actually listened to her flow one day, and I actually like it. I just don't like. She says pretty much the same thing, just different words on top of it. But I swear to God, when that goddamn Body song came out, Cole played that motherfucker so much. I got up one day and the motherfucker wasn't even on. I just started singing and I was here like body yada yada. I said, what
right.
the fuck?
So we just have that, honey. And the sad thing is that as long as we keep battling, uh yeah, is that the yeah, that's it. Are you talking about Meg and the baby? Yeah, with the Shanti on it. That's it, it's the
Hmm.
baby. That's
Go
it.
ahead, bro.
That's
Cause
it,
we heard the
Rogue.
part. They
Yeah,
be
that's
on it.
it. That's it.
I'm gonna
That's
have to
that
listen to.
motherfucker,
I'm gonna have
honey.
to listen. I'm gonna have to listen to this song with. I'm gonna have to listen to the song that makes your nipples hard, honey.
Child, what it girl, it just sends me into another stratosphere, honey. I'm not supposed to like all this little nasty little shit. Okay, I'm a respectable deacon of the church, child. I ain't supposed to be liking all this shit. But that one there, honey, just sends me in, honey. I'm like, oh, it's nasty and it's this hip hop shit. I don't know, but that one there is a keeper for me, honey.
But you know what? I'm gonna throw a song at you at y'all two that back in the day that men, gay, straight, blue, green, orange, or yellow, all got into it. But I bet you today it wouldn't get the same feel. You remember that song by Rapper's Delight?
Yeah, which one? The
Hip
first
hop,
one?
give it to the hip.
Hip hop,
Right.
hip it to the hip it to
Every
the
man
hip.
in
And that was
America
the
did
like
that
the
song.
first
Gay,
part.
straight, whatever. That was just it. But I
That was the
guarantee you that
Chanel
if that
gang.
song made a comeback, you would get a different
Well, they
you would get
would
a
do
different
it
split
different.
between the straight men and the gay men.
Which
They would
song?
probably do it differently.
Rapper's Delight.
Rappers are
Oh,
like
child.
the very first, technically the very first hip hop
Right,
rap song.
Right.
right. I would
Um,
love to see the sequence come back, and if Andrew Stone were to get back with the girls, honey, and they do a reprise of the
yeah,
shit.
I am here for that.
Okay.
And you know, and you know, um,
Hey, baby.
I kind of feel you because like I said, I mean, like I told y'all before, I've had people come over here to chill or whatever, and like I say, I'm a R&B, I'm a genuine, his slow, I'm Usher, Chad. One time I had a friend come back, he was like, do we have to listen to music? I was like,
I've
Ooh,
had somebody do that. Do we got to listen? And yes, the fuck you do.
that's the bit. First of all, you the fuck. I say no. No, the question should be: do you have to be here?
period. Did y'all get that last pass the mic that I sent y'all?
Yeah.
It started off with genuine. Did it start off with genuine? I think it did. Cause they had Nikki in them on there. That's why I sent it to y'all.
Ooh,
What I see
well,
with
I had,
Barbara
I,
That's long. Until when someone sings it at karaoke. What, single ladies? Hell yeah.
child,
Okay.
child.
Yes.
You get that?
But
You get that good old baritone who be trying to sing Patty? I be like, girl, sit down somewhere. You supposed to be a whole damn man, and you singing Patty. Ooh.
you know what? And I'm one of them, honey. But I have to get the right one because on the day I can't get the notes.
And the
But
Long
sad
as you
part
put it,
about
as
it,
long as
remember
you
this.
put it in your
Remember, I
key.
know both of
If
y'all
you sing it
remember.
in your
Remember
key, it's
when
fine.
Oprah
Don't be
had
trying
that
to
guy
sing it.
on there singing Patty? His
woohoo.
wife. Remember, Oprah had that guy on there singing one of Patty's songs.
Yeah,
That
to his
guy.
wife, and she came out. Uh-huh.
And the whole talk after that show was people were saying, "Now how you gonna be gay and married?"
Exactly. Exactly. That my point right there. How is it? My boss, I had bought him because his birthday is 6 days after mine, and with my former boss. And I just happened to listen to him talking one day. Now he's straight as an arrow, okay?
Me too.
And I didn't say straight up, I just he's straight.
I ain't even feel like hitting the button for my avatar. I'm gonna just do this.
Okay. So uh what it was, he told me that he loved Diana Ross. And that threw me for a second, right? I said, Diana Ross. He said, "Yeah, I love me some Diana Ross, baby." But he's also from Trinidad, so
Culture's different.
culturally speaking, so, a little different because the islands are a little bit more open to music and culture and carrying on. But that threw me because he always questioned me. He always had that little look, because he's from the islands and carrying on. And he always
Right,
had that
right.
goddamn look like, okay, this boy, he never said anything, but you know. So for him to say
He
he
knew.
liked Diana Ross or something, so I got the box set for him for his birthday. And child, he's up there, and he just lit up like a candy, like a Christmas tree, honey. But it showed me that okay, it's cool. But now when the kids sit up there and they start to question your masculinity because of because of your music, anytime that because you listen to a certain artist, it means that you're not masculine enough,
Nobody gave a damn that Luther was gay.
you know, you're not
All the men
masculine.
we knew still listen
Okay.
to it.
I just don't
Many babies.
I'm trying to I'm still trying to put that into any kind of perspective as to why we have allowed that. And particularly us as black folks, why do we as black folks feel as though that we're supposed to question somebody's manhood simply because they like certain songs? And most of the time it's by female artists. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
it's by female artists and then because that female artist has a strong gay following, there's
yeah.
something wrong with you.
But then,
Why?
but then, look at it, and we're gonna dissect this even more because once Diana became really, really mainstream, that's when a lot of men stopped listening to her because when she was with the Supremes, she had just as many men following as had
Right,
women following.
That's what I was saying
right,
back in the day when we had the Motown sound and stuff like that.
Right.
Billy and
Everybody
Nash or
listened
whatever.
to
It
everybody.
did not matter who sung what. They just sung the songs.
You
The
had men walk. You
Temptations
had.
and the
I
Four
mean, I can
Tops.
recall.
They
You had
singing all
men
these
walking around
love
singing,
songs.
"Nothing you can say can tear
Tear
me
me
away from
away
my
from
girl."
my
And people
God.
like me messed it up, and I just kept on saying "my God" because I was here for it, honey.
We performed
I'm
that in the
you know
seventh
what, and
grade. Sure did. I love that.
listen, it is what it is, child. And the thing of it is will it change? Do we think it'll change? Do we think
I
it
hope
will
it will. I
enlighten?
hope it will come. Our office
I'm
make it come
hoping that
full
it
circle.
will either come full circle or not be as tight.
Yeah,
Because I don't, right now it's tight. And we could loosen that up some, in order to make the playing field a little bit more receptive or responsive to the mainstream. I think we'd be better off as a people because often I think the biggest thing is too is that those who claim to follow all these
mm.
so-called man codes or whatever, they're the ones secretly, you know, who are scared that they secret gonna come out, that they like the song or they like that jam,
Yeah, and it's like,
or they
but
man,
like
why?
that song, or that's
But
my
why?
jam, or whatever the case may be.
But why
So,
must my
and then what
masculinity?
about the
Why must my masculinity be connected to what I do?
that part. That's what we talk about when we talk about the black fight.
What I listen to, what
What our
colors I
black
wear.
fight? What
right?
It's
does
crazy
what your
because even today you hear people say, "Well, you know what? You're not a real man until you wear a pink shirt."
I hear people say that all
Gay
the
men
time.
been wearing pink shirts for
Right.
years. What the
Okay.
hell is you? Oh, so that was your undercover way of telling me way back
I
in
had to fight for that
1967,
goddamn pink shirt.
and when I was wearing that pink shirt, I was a
You,
real man.
I'm
Okay.
just trying to say if our black fight has everything to do with us being human beings, what difference does it make what somebody's sexual preference is? Either we fight in this fight together or we not.
But see, that's why it's hard to
What
fight this
makes
fight together because we're too divided. We're
that's what
too
I'm
right.
saying. So
divided.
that's what I'm saying. So what about a gay black man makes you feel like he's not a man, so he can't fight a fight? Like they gotta fight for something different. Like they
Right.
skin ain't as black as the one I'm sitting in. I don't get that. And I remember when we was younger, and like for our few little gay friends that we had, and we would always say, y'all call them all kind of, you know, STCs and all kinds of stuff if you want to, but you keep on forgetting he's still a man and he will fuck you up. The man hands will fuck you up. Keep playing.
I'm I'm a witness. I'm a witness, honey. I got banned from a bar for that, honey.
Like
The
I
owner,
can't, like
the,
I
Wait a
just
minute.
don't
the
get it. Like
owner
some of that
snuck
shit
me,
just don't
honey. I
make
was
sense
walking
to
out
me.
the bar. The owner snuck me, honey. I was like, ooh. Thank God I was in my
Okay.
Derek.
So you don't
Thank
look
God
it
I was in
up.
my Derek mode because I was ready for that ass. Did you hear me? I guess when I got finished with him, he was like, "Oh damn, I forgot he's still a man." You damn right.
Exactly. Like y'all playing too much. Like
Wait a minute, Lynette, you're playing. He said, meet me today. I want to fuck you in the ass. Pique my curiosity since I've never heard it before. So I looked it up. OMG. Even with
Yes,
my
Lanier,
blunt erotic
OMG.
poetry, I felt shocked. Like Leslie Jordan when he first heard WAP.
You is too much. You right there. Go to sleep. It is past your bedtime. Go to sleep, honey.
Mine too,
Child,
Lanier.
but that tune, that's still the tune, honey.
But
That is
you know
still the
what?
tune.
But you know what? And you know how that song by Megan Styles gets you? And y'all listen and y'all put your ears to your closest. You know the song that is my excuse me, my go to
You got it's a
um
secret.
baby wipe plastic
What?
bag door.
Uh-huh.
Which one is it?
D'Angelo, how does it feel?
Oh shit, that's a
Oh, is
lot
it
of
the song
people's.
or or
The
are you
song or the
picturing the
video?
video?
Both. Look, I be multitasking, bitch.
but
Y'all so nasty. Y'all so nasty.
but
No, listen. A buddy of mine say, listen to me. I'm not being no. A buddy of mine say, every time I come over here, we listen to that song.
child, listen,
Well,
we gonna sit down here and let that happen. But I want to throw that out there because I'm gonna sit down and hopefully I wish Red was in here because I would have loved to have heard his
I
commentary on
thought you had
this.
sent the link again.
But
I
one thing
did.
that
He
what I
popped
know
in
about
and
him, he there's nothing that really I don't think there's much that we listen to that he won't listen to.
Who?
this is well. See, you know what? Here's the thing.
Hey,
But it's different because Red's a DJ.
As a DJ, see, he understands music and the power of music to get folks moving, dancing, and shaking and carrying on.
right,
At the
but let
same
us keep in
time,
mind. Let us also keep in mind all DJs are not diverse.
right? That's true.
True.
That's very true.
But
Very,
you
So
very,
know,
very
and
true.
for him to
that's
be
why
a
I like that
diverse
little young
DJ,
DJ
he
Cass.
sees things a lot different than other DJs who aren't diverse. He's looking at the music, not okay. Let me shut up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
Right.
that's why I
Right.
like the little DJ Cassidy guy, the one who does all the pass the mics.
Uh
He's
huh.
not that old, but he says the reason why he's doing those pass the mics is because that's the music he loved like listening to.
Right.
Growing up, like y'all couldn't tell me. I swore that boy was like biracial or something. I had no clue that he was white.
Ooh,
Okay. And
Cassidy is white as
now,
well.
oh, now that's something there too. Now let's take that conversation there because when we were talking about Wiggers earlier, honey. You know, the white black boys. Okay, or the black white boy. No, it's the black
The
white
white
boy.
black boys, the white black boys,
Okay.
or the black boys,
Uh, and when they get
the
cool and
hood
carrying
white
on
boys.
and like to listen to our kind of music and carrying on,
yes, you
and
are.
things does that mean that they are see there's a difference between cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation.
Okay,
And,
come
and,
on.
and oftentimes white folks who listen to black folks music or listen to urban music as it's like to be called now or just listen to R&B and soul music and carrying on. A lot of them generally like the music. So does that mean that they trying to be black or whatever, or does that question their masculinity because they listen to our shit? And what about those who listen to rap? And that I have a thing with that because you made the music for everybody to do this, but yet you got all these lyrics. You want them to know your shit. So if a white person sing or rap the song and it got
And
nigga,
say
nigga, nigga in
nigga,
it,
then you mad. So
then you
stop putting that
mad.
fuck in there.
But he's sitting up there doing the song, especially if he get into it, y'all like to say that shit real hard and shit.
Right.
But nigga, damn, a nigga fuck that, and he in the song with you. So he's sitting up
Right.
there acting it out and doing his own music video. But now you mad because he said the word.
Now I think when it comes to like the R&B music, the soul music and stuff like that, because we know our people across the pond,
Right,
they don't. I don't feel like they appropriate our music. I feel like they appreciate our music. Now, this might be
right.
coming off a little biased, but I feel like our people across the pond appreciate our music. But the people here sometimes, most times, appropriate the music.
Of
Only
course they do.
because
That
they
has
try
been
to
a
make it
fact.
seem like it's theirs, like it's something that they did. You know it off the top when you think about the people who are over in England and stuff like that and overseas and stuff, when they recreate our music, they're not trying to do it as if it was theirs. They're giving a tribute to who did it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they usually make it be known. Like if you ask them, who did you listen to growing up? And they're gonna say Smokey Robinson,
Yes,
and
they
they're
will.
gonna name all the
Proudly.
Motown greats and stuff like that. I got that from listening to them. I love that music. I grew up listening to Bob Marley and all that kind of stuff. But over here, it just seems like everything they do, they just want to take from us. It doesn't feel like
Right,
now.
right.
Let me
Because
say,
see,
I can honestly say Eminem, Machine Gun Kelly. Do I feel like they appropriate? And no, I think they two white motherfuckers that grew up in the hood. We always have a family. It's always a couple white families that grew up in the hood. Do I think they're appropriating? Hell no. I think they doing what they grew up doing. Just like I don't feel like when right. Just like I don't it's in the same way vice versa. Like if you grew up in the suburbs and you happen to speak a little bit more proper and don't use our terms, because I don't like calling them ghetto. I feel like it's just the way we communicate as a people. I hate that everything we say our slang is supposed to be bad. No, it's the way that we communicate.
It's the way that
It's
we
like
communicate. Right,
right. So, but if you grew up in an all white suburban neighborhood and you act like those kids, you're not trying to be white. This is where you grew up and this is what you know. It's not your fault that your mama and them ain't let you hang around the
wait,
black side of your family.
wait a minute.
no,
Sidebar. I'm sorry,
when you
What?
think of the
because I got.
music, you think of
Wait a
how
minute.
music, our music, have always been more appreciated overseas. Because you look back to the '60s and the '50s, when the Supremes and everything, they went to Holland, they went to Japan, they went to
Right,
London. But now it seems like none of the artists even go. How many artists today can say they performed at Wembley Stadium?
Well, they
right,
do it. They absolutely do it. All of them do it. Like all you gotta do is listen to the rappers. They go. They just don't appreciate it as much as they used to.
right.
If you listen to them, they say it in their songs
Because
about how
because
they've
a
gone
lot
to
of that.
Scotland and Ireland and all of that kind of
Listen,
stuff.
a lot of that stuff is not considered actual music.
Right.
Remember, a lot of our brothers and sisters overseas, honey, and especially I know in the acting world, we had a director that was from Russia, and he
Mm-hmm.
told us we were insulted at first because he was like, okay, yeah, you good, but you ain't good yet, you know. And we were like, wait a minute. And because I said, but I'm an actor. He said, where I come from, honey, you got to study, and you don't get the stamp of approval of being an actor until you have done this 20 years or better.
Oh wow!
And just like I would say for Europeans, particularly the German ones that I knew, Europeans still pay for music. They are not bootlegging it.
Oh, how
They are
about
not
that?
streaming it. They
And it
are still
shows.
paying for music, and they love our culture. When we was in Germany and I was still performing and stuff like that, I had two German dancers that could out hip hop any fucking black girl that I knew.
Okay,
And it
right.
wasn't like I was doing it because they was German girls. It was just that when we was looking for girls to dance, and when they came, they was the best. They were really the
Okay,
best. It wasn't about them being white because I think I've always been that one. I'm gonna go black first, but they were better. They were. They were just
and
better because they love our culture.
right, they appreciate it. Yeah, because it's kind of like I'm not nowhere near Hispanic or whatever, but I love their culture. I love their
Oh,
colors.
me too.
When you get into it and get immersed into it, it's like, oh my God, this is, it makes you want to learn and understand and how to appreciate it. I love Native American culture, the Aztecs and
Oh,
stuff.
me
We
too.
love all of that,
You know, I
and
love learning.
you
So
know, I
the
love some
history
some
of
of the
stuff.
Chinese cultures and carrying on. Now I don't know their language, but it's certain things that's just real beautiful, and how they put certain things together. That whole geisha girl looking thing without not necessarily the hair, but the outfits and stuff that they wear, the
Yeah,
kimonos and all of that. That's sickening.
I
It
love
Oh,
is.
to learn
okay.
Greek mythology was my thing.
Oh
I
my
loved
God.
all of
But
it.
let me press pause because I was laughing a few seconds ago.
But
But when
oh
we
yeah,
talk about understanding our language and stuff, and I just had that scene from Airplane in my head.
which
Mm.
one?
where Barbara Billingsley, honey, sat up there and like, did anybody on this train plane know how to talk jive? She said, I speak jive.
Child.
But
And
at the
she
end
had
of
to
the
sit
day,
down there.
it is a language, and they just mad because they don't get it.
Oh, jive, that scene, I think that scene makes the fucking movie. Okay, I speak jive. Well, talk to him and tell him what's going on. Hey, brother, man, what's going on? Well, but ain't nothing shaking, mama.
Right. Yeah.
Y'all
Baby,
think about this. Think about this. The first time you heard "Been Around the World," but you had never seen Lisa Stansfield,
right,
Right.
did you
right.
think she was white?
Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Now you better say that.
I didn't think I didn't I damn sure didn't think Tina Marie was white when I first heard her.
Shit, baby, when I heard her, you could have paid me $1 million to tell me that Tina was white. Girl, and I looked at that motherfucker front of that Irons in the Fire album and the other one, the one before that. I said,
Girl, I'm gonna tell you what did it for me because it wasn't the album covers. It was when that heifer came on Soul Train with
Right.
Rick.
with Rick. I forgot all
That
about
was the
that.
first time I saw. I said, "Who is that?"
Yeah.
I said, ooh, child, if they don't. I said, if they don't stop, y'all remember back in the day when they used to take the songs by the black people and put white people on the album cover?
Yeah, yeah, because they
Sure did.
child. See,
Remember they did remember on Five
that was a
Heartbeats?
that, but see, you know what? That was a lot of that. See, the appropriation started way back when they were stealing the music
Right.
Right,
and
right.
wasn't giving them their royalties and carrying on and little the hell.
And then you
Everybody's
had all the pretty women and
everybody's
white
damn.
families.
Most of the white folks back in that particular time, their careers were built off Little Richard.
Okay.
It was.
Jerry Lee
Because
Lewis.
baby,
Jerry
Elvis, I
Lee
wish I was born to
Lewis
think the hill.
was a direct carbon copy of Little Richard. His entire act was Little Richard all day.
Yeah, yeah.
His entire act. And they stole songs. His
He
entire
always
act
stole songs.
was his.
But you know
Pat
what?
Boone,
But you know
Pat
what?
Boone's catalog was stolen from Little Richard. He sat up there. Pat Boone was the king of covers. He ain't never had nothing original come out that I know
No,
of.
did
He
he?
was
What was the
covers.
song
I
by
don't
Big Mama
know.
Thornton? Um,
That's Elvis Presley. That was they did. She did Hound Dog first, and Elvis Presley did Hound Dog, and he got all the credit. Now wait a minute.
But
Lisa
who did?
says
Go
there's
ahead.
also a lot of songs that artists in the states have on their albums that were bigger hits overseas. That is so true. I'm glad you
And
said
it's a
that.
lot of them. And it's a lot of
Most of Prince
artists
B
who are
sides and
way
extended
bigger.
songs have been mainly released in the UK, and those are usually the best versions. I'm so glad you
Yep.
said that. But I'm gonna tell you something that I learned a long time ago. Baby, whenever I was going over to Canada, this is when I was traveling with my girlfriend April Summers, she's the Patti LaBelle impersonator that Patti herself endorses. We would go over to Canada, and we were over in Ontario. We went over to Windsor a couple of times, chair. When
Mm-hmm.
I tell you I was going to those record stores, baby, and I was finding shit that was not released here, I was like, I don't know this album. And then the album would have extra songs on it and shit. I'm like, I don't know this song. And
You
then,
tell me how I was way in fucking Germany singing Motown Philly before y'all heard it.
how about that? And then, there's commercials and stuff. I saw a Janet Jackson Coca-Cola commercial. I said, Janet don't advertise for Coca-Cola. Did she do in China or
Oh,
Japan,
all right.
whatever it
Oh,
was?
just think of the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. And so that there, yeah, yeah. And then when I interviewed Melba Moore said, she said, honey, you just have to find your audience. And the reason why she's still Melba Moore and is still lovely and carrying on all her new music, because she has new music out, but she get paid overseas
Because
because them
they
bitches,
love them
they
overseas. There
love
are
her.
so many
And it's and
people
not even the
who
sad thing
continue to
about
get
it,
paid
but
overseas who are bigger there. They're
and
just
even
bigger there.
even female athletes get paid more overseas.
They sure do, because
But
our
wait a minute,
girl
I'm gonna tell
Shay,
you know
our
what?
girl Shay,
And this is no
she played
shade,
for the
no tea.
NBA overseas, honey.
This is no
I mean,
shade,
not the
no
NBA, she
tea.
played the overseas thing.
No, wait a minute. Let me rephrase that. No, this is no shade, all tea.
Okay.
Okay, no shade, but all tea. If Latoya Jackson non-singing ass could have a whole career overseas, an entire career
Remember, Tito's
overseas, to where
kids had a
now,
whole T3 had a whole motherfucking career over that bitch
okay,
too. Those Tito
overseas,
kids, just in case y'all ain't know.
and Latoya is not. She wasn't the vocal one of the family.
At
She
all.
can't
She
sing
all
a
right, you
goddamn
know.
lick.
And if you could work with her, get something out of her, but she wasn't the singer. Okay,
The auto tune queen. Okay.
okay. But listen, she got a song out because she what, back in maybe 2015, I think it was, or maybe a little earlier. She had dropped a love because she only called herself Toya. Okay, and she got a house tune over that bitch. I was like, what? Look it up, honey.
Listen.
It's on YouTube.
Remember,
It's on
remember what was
YouTube.
that Thanksgiving when we was in here listening to Hearts Don't Lie? We sure did watch that
Oh,
motherfucking
child,
video.
you know that's Howard Hewitt produced that, and I don't know if he wrote. I know he produced it, and he's that male vocal on that song. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my goodness, honey, yeah. But that
Y'all
was a
missed
little
it. We
sweetie
was
pop
playing
little
all the
song.
old joints over here. We had a good old time.
That was a cute little cutesy. Pride. Oh, hey, what you said? You guys are exactly right about Europe loving our music. In the '90s, two of our biggest musical icons, Prince and Icon, whose career was starting to slow down here in terms of popularity and album sales, was still just as big there, and
Yep.
they concentrated on that audience almost exclusively all the time.
Yep.
Exactly. When Michael was having problems here, honey, he went overseas to make
Sure
his money.
did.
He stayed over there. He
And all you
stayed
gotta do is have
overseas,
the
honey.
last name Jackson over there, honey, and all your shit sell, honey. You come from
I
that
love that
goddamn
Steve
family, they
meets. I
know.
holler every single time. I do too, child. Yes, there are things from all cultures we can all respectfully enjoy. Exactly. Derek,
Mm-hmm.
don't get me started on Miss Tina Marie. This sister from another mister. Okay. That's my girl for life, honey.
I wish her daughter would go ahead and do the thing, because that baby can sing
Oh
too.
yeah.
She was
Oh,
called the
that baby can
Ivory.
sing.
Tina Marie was called the Ivory Queen of Soul,
The
honey.
Ivory Queen of
Okay.
Soul.
Okay.
That's what they called her.
The Ivory Queen of Soul, honey.
She earned
Because
it, honey.
that, but
She
she
definitely
earned it.
did. She
And I'm gonna
definitely
tell
did.
y'all who they did not give her proper props to, and that's just that goddamn Josh Stone, honey.
Yeah.
That is my
Yeah.
motherfucking baby right
When
there.
listen, I
Ooh,
said, "Oh,
oh,
Josh is gonna
that's a
get
singing
coming.
little heifer right
This
there.
is
Y'all know
gonna
she
be
was
the
in
new
Philly
team.
a
This
lot.
generation Tina
She was
Marie
in
right here.
Philly a
That little
lot.
bitch right there.
Yeah.
She was in Philly a
Yeah.
lot because she was working with the Roots and stuff.
Yeah." A perfect example is Alexander O'Neal, who had a nice career here on Black radio, but overseas during that time, he was like the biggest thing in music in Europe.
Him
Yes,
and
you know what?
Sherelle. Him and
Yeah,
Sherelle.
Alexander told me that when I had interviewed him on my show, and he had told me that as well, that overseas child,
Remember, I told y'all
was
when
the
I
key.
seen Sherelle when I was baby, because those songs don't do her justice. That bitch can sing.
I heard her live here. She and Alexander were here. They did a concert
Ooh.
here.
I had her in one of the small, like one of the like
Little
the
intimate little
NCO clubs.
yeah.
To hear her live, ain't nothing a motherfucking song she's recorded can do for that heifer can sing.
Consign. Yes, she can. Yes, she can.
Yes,
Okay.
she can. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
she can. Okay. Yes, she can.
I know we
Yeah, that
can make
damn
it.
Josh
Yes, you
Stone,
can.
honey. I
Can. Yes,
don't
you
even know.
can. I
But she's
know we
probably bigger
can
at
make it.
home.
I know you can. I know damn well you can work it. Oh, I'm sorry. I was having my pointer system moment.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Now you know that's my
I
song.
think
I do
Josh
that
Stone is
song.
probably
Do you?
bigger
I
in
do
her
that
home.
song.
The next
Josh is
time we
probably
perform
bigger in
together, you
her
got
home
to do
because
that
she's from
song for me,
London.
bitch.
Really? You
Josh is
okay?
Josh Stone is from London, so she
I
probably
might go
bigger
to the
at
thrift
home.
store. I might go to the thrift store and get 3 backup singers. Bitch, don't play with me. That's my shit right
Not
there.
the back,
Yes,
not
you
the baby.
can, honey. Listen. And the way how I used to do, I used to come up with a big old afro and a house coat with a cigarette, honey.
Thinking,
Okay.
I know you're
Okay, but
thinking.
I will do something cute. But you know what? Listen to that song. The beat of that motherfucker is
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
That bass on that, my
Yes.
God, it opens up with that motherfucking bass line, honey. Doop 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 doop, and then oh my God, what is the lyrics? The lyrics to that song. Okay, the lyrics to that song are fucking timeless. As a matter of fact, That's another one of those songs I wish they would release now. I don't need nobody to cover it. I want them to release that song and play it on regular radio. We got to make this land a better land than the world in which we
Which
live. And
we
we got to
live.
help each man be a better man with the kindness that we give. Because I know we can make it. I know that we can. I know darn well we can work it out. If we can
I
do
would
it, yes,
say,
we can,
every
can.
time they got to that part, I say, I know damn well we can work it out.
Great God Almighty. Yes, we can,
Hmm.
can. Ow!
No,
All
we
right.
can't get.
Okay, don't get, woo! That's my shit.
But I think the sad thing that happened to Josh Stone was that they wasn't giving her songs worth for shit.
No, but
Because she's probably
that's what
bigger
pride
in
is
her
saying.
own home. She's from
Right.
England.
Josh Stone got played by her record label when they were trying so hard to market her to young teeny boppers and to whitewash all of the soul out of her music. She had a real talent and probably should have been bigger or as big or bigger than my girl Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will agree with that because Amy came in with the sound that was moldable. She was still unique, but she was moldable and could get into that pop arena. Josh, on the other hand, honey, they did not want to sit down there and just market her to black folks, and that's just call it what it is. They didn't
Right.
want to market her to black folks, and they should have. They
And
should
they
have
should
gave her
have.
soul material
Well,
and
she
carrying
had. That's what
on.
I'm saying. So she stayed in that genre of neo soul,
Right,
and that's where she's mostly respected. That's why I said
right,
we knew about her a lot in Philly because she worked with the Roots and stuff. She was there on that whole neo soul thing,
yeah,
which started with us. You know what I mean? It's just yeah, that bitch can sing.
and
You can't
and
say
and
shit
that
about her. That
there.
bitch can sing. She can sing.
So having said all that, that there is that, honey. That there is that. But I want us to get into this whole thing. Oh, I like that. What you say? Pink is so underrated.
Oh my god, that's
Okay, remember some of her
but
early
she
work. Let
not
me tell you
though.
something
You
about
know what
Pink
she
because
did?
I
She's
had
not
always said
underrated.
Pink. I had always said Pink was this generation's version of Pat Benatar.
Listen, Pink was not underrated because they knew exactly what they was doing.
Yeah,
LA and Babyface introduced her to us.
right.
And then that heifer went on and did that rock shit.
Uh-huh.
She know exactly what she was doing. She ain't underrated because the heifer can sing. She
I'm
come from one of
singing
the little
with
towns outside of Philly too. But she was always down in North Philly too.
you. Okay.
Pink can sing. That's way they give her a part like you ever seen her concerts? Them motherfuckers be sold the fuck out. That bitch be in there doing acrobats and
Right.
motherfuckers swinging from the goddamn
Well, she did that on the Grammys, child. The first time
and
she
she
did
ain't
that.
stopped since.
Right.
It's like people ask for it. The
Mm-hmm.
pyrogenics and all the stuff in her show, they want to
Mm-hmm.
see all of it.
So that be that. Well, honey, we just got to do better with understanding music is music. Music is
Amen.
It's a
timeless.
universal language. It's a
Music is
universal language.
and it doesn't it what it does, it make you feel good.
Oh,
Mhm.
hallelujah.
Okay, at least it's supposed to, but we have an angry spell out there because this is why house music parties can still exist because we'll do a house music party and the young folks will wonder how come all these old folks out here dancing and carrying on. But I'm like, listen to the music, child. We could come out here and dance, and we could dance all night. The shit that y'all got at the clubs now is very angry sounding. You
Yes.
know, there's an angry spirit in it. And if you sit down there and dance too long, sooner or later you're gonna want to fight
Hmm.
because it gears
It's
in that
it's
direction.
given. Yeah.
You know,
I
and and
agree.
and
I'm not the biggest house music person. Like I could do a few house songs. I'm not a house music person, but I
that's
could
okay.
definitely agree. I could definitely agree with what you're saying because the music is happy. It makes you want to dance and all that.
Yeah,
I'm not a big dancer either. So it's just
right.
like
Well, that's
I
the other
like to
thing.
be around it, but I'm not
Yeah,
all that.
you're not. But honey, listen.
Cause me, I just want me something good old R&B, honey.
Okay,
I want to give me the little pretending like I'm drinking and give me.
right. And that there is that. But once we come out of this whole thing, especially us as black folks, because I think we the ones who do it hardest. identifying who's masculine and who's not based upon who you listening to, or because you're not listening to the latest rap song, or you know, I'm still upset at the fact that, well, no, I'm not upset. What had happened? Remember when Snoop Dogg came out with his Shirley Temple curls?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
he had stopped wearing his damn braids and came out with his damn Shirley Temple curls. And I said, child, if this boy sit down here and start this pimp shit all over again, now
That's exactly what he said.
that one didn't pick up because the kids, they like Snoop, and they gave that to Snoop. They let Snoop be Snoop with that. And but he didn't get no backlash for it neither.
No.
No,
He didn't get no motherfucking backlash
because he
for it.
always talked about the pimp part of it.
Right. But
See, that's another double standard. How come a pimp can have his motherfucking hair pressed and curled and shit, and he ain't supposed to be gay, but soon as somebody else do it, they get. I'm
Michael, who
trying
was
to
it
figure
that
out.
did it? Wait a minute, go back. Who was it that they were calling because they had a hairstyle? Was it Usher?
Motherfucking no, it was goddamn Jaheim and that motherfucking Jock. Young Jock and Jaheim did it. They both had the
Young Jock,
motherfucking
yeah, yeah.
because Jaheim did it before Jock did it.
Okay. Sat down there, got the what was it, the cold wave or the pin waves or finger waves or whatever they did. Yeah. And the kids, okay, thought there was something with it. Thought it,
Yeah.
Well, Cat Williams always had processed hair.
Sure
Shit.
hell did. Cat Williams and that. Listen,
you'd like you some house music. I'm hip to D Train. Okay, you better understand D Train, honey. How? Okay, you're the one for me. Uh-huh.
I
Uh
feel like house music, the songs stay on for too goddamn long. They always the extra, extra, extra extended version of the
oh,
motherfucker.
but darling, but you're not a dancer.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And that's what it is. You're not a dancer, honey, because see, once they can sit up there and mix that motherfucker right, you have to, because see, it's all about one thing that for me, what makes good house music for me is not just the beat, but it's the cadence. If I get something, honey, that could sit down there, house music is very spiritual too. Because if you get the right cadence, it's just like being in church when you're in praise and worship. Okay, you get the right cadence, honey. That's how come I want to fuck you in the ass is so good. Because
Okay.
when they get to
Yes.
going, when they get to
Yes.
going and come in, wait a minute, what's my one? Work this motherfucker, work that motherfucker, work that motherfucker. Ow! Yes, you get the right cadence, baby. You finna ready to go. Ooh, and don't let them do a key change or a modulation, bitch, and sit down there and tell you they got little vocals. Or they'll sit down there and loop a cadence and then stop it and let this motherfucking beat just drop. And then you get all this beat. Then all of a sudden they sit down there and whip that motherfucker back in. Oh, child. It's a
It's a spiritual situation.
it's a
All
spiritual.
right.
Listen. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. Beans, greens, beans, greens.
Yo, when they first did that, do y'all remember when y'all first heard? Because I remember hearing it and I said, is that hope? I mean,
Listen, you know what?
the first time I heard it and I said, is that hope? I mean, because my kids didn't know what I was talking about. But
Right,
it flashed back as a kid and you hear all that. And I said,
right.
is that hope? I mean, and then you just
Listen,
go on about doing what you're doing and then you hear it.
So
honey.
I said, okay, Shirley ready to make this extra dollar right here, honey.
Let
She's
me
being
tell you
a
something.
business.
Well, you know what? The DJ who did it, he just did it and it picked up. But she had to
Yes.
sue him. She had to sue him.
Did
And you
she?
remember her saying the
Yeah,
first time she heard it because she didn't know.
Oh,
she didn't
She was
know. But
on
what
the
happened,
plane and they
because
let
of
her
the
hear it. She said
challenge,
she laughed though.
it was because of the challenge. Everybody got to doing the damn, the,
The beans, greens, tomatoes. Yeah, doing the challenge.
they did the challenge on it. Okay.
Hmm.
The you name it challenge. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So now you got folks sitting up here twerking and carrying on to this song.
Yeah.
Okay. And she didn't want that to be the image. So she asked him to take it down. And he didn't do it. So she ended up being forced to take him to court.
Because when they
Ooh,
first
did
let
she
her hear it,
win?
she laughed about it because she
She
couldn't.
won.
She said that
Ooh.
she couldn't. Like when they let her hear it, she was like, like it was funny to her at first.
Right.
A
He's about
eargasm.
to have
Oh
an
Lord,
eargasm. I'm not a dancer, but if you hear a good DJ mix some house
it's on
music
like neck bone.
and it's on like neck bone, baby, you better tell them pride or deeper love. Pride or deeper love. How?
People, let
But
me tell you,
see,
I work
but
hard every day.
Hold My Mule, Shirley got paid 3 different times on that song. No, four.
Okay.
She got paid 4 different times because the original Hold My Mule is what everybody knows, okay? But they had remixed it once before, okay? And when we had it the first time, it was I dance too much. You come out here to tell me I dance too much. You come out here to tell me I dance too much. Ow! Okay. That was honey, yes. Okay. Listen, brother Deacons. Hold my mule.
We gonna
Hold
burn
my
in
mule.
hell.
So
And child, that was and that became a house music
it was
anthem.
the child, and that's what it was. And so then years later, she did a live album, an anniversary album, and I think it was like the 20-year anniversary of that particular song, "Hold My Mule."
Mm-hmm.
So this particular version is on that new album. Okay. So she did the beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, and stuff in that to freshen up the song. And so then
Are
this
you
DJ
serious?
came. Yeah.
Oh,
I have to send you the original so you can see what it is because there's a whole dance step and everything that they do in the church when she doing it.
girl, you
Oh,
see
child,
the man?
it's
She'll take
yes, honey. Oh, child,
girl.
Shirley cuts up on this, right? So then what happened? The DJ came and took that part of it and then remixed it to the you name it, what we know as you name it. Now the sad thing is that the you name it is only like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes long. Okay.
Oh, my mule is long, ain't it?
Yes, Hold My Mule is like an 8 minute song.
Yeah.
But he only took that little piece and made a 2.5 minute refrain, honey, that is sickening. And it drives us crazy.
I know. Cause
It
you
drives
can't
us
not
fucking
like it.
crazy.
Come on.
Because you could play that on the dance floor, honey, and the kids will cut, and I'm one of them, honey. Okay, I am one of them, honey. We could sit down there and beans, greens, potatoes all night, honey.
Yes, Lord.
Okay, but it's a good cadence and it's a good rhythm and stuff. And so when you get into it, honey, it'll send you right over, honey. Or if you get a good what's the one? If like a lot of the songs when they redid a lot of them when they have songs and then they end up putting them to a house beat. Like when Miss Donnie McClurkin, when she came out when We Fall Down.
Yes.
Okay,
You did not.
you heard me.
You
I said
so
Donisha.
you.
I said Donisha, and I meant what the fuck I said. Okay. Uh, when that child came out with We Fall Down, that was a complete ballad. Okay. But I'm gonna tell you, baby, when they put a house beat, I said this bitch came to play. They put a house beat on that motherfucking song. And I said, oh no, he done went back in the studio because he got some new vocals on here, which let me know, honey, he knew exactly what the hell he was doing because they re-recorded some vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they sped it up a little bit, honey. When they did that, my God, today, if I hear it right now, bitch, I'm gone. Cause
Wow.
because because the way that song is, it just sends you into the stratosphere, baby.
That's
It
how. That's
sends
how.
you.
That's how I am with that's how I am with Vanessa Mitchell. Take me higher.
Woo! I met her. She came to one of our house in the parks, indigenous house.
Child, that's one
Okay,
song I would dance from beginning to end.
okay. Donisha McCooker, I'm hollering you. Okay, I said it. Yep.
He's so shady. He's
Where you
so
see
shady.
where you see the little article he wrote that he said he's probably gonna be single for the rest of
All is
his
that
life.
because he don't know how to be in a relationship with men or women. Clock that. He said, I've never known how to be in a relationship with men or women. Now, did you catch that? Ha! He didn't say that. He said, you know, he was on that deliverance thing for the longest time. But when he said that, I said, ah. See,
That's why
that
you
means,
still got male backup singers.
ha. I said, catch that, T, bitch.
Y'all is
Okay.
shady as hell.
That ain't shady. That's what he said. He said that on Uncensored. And that just came out, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago?
No,
I
I
got it
know. I
over here.
saw it. I saw
Yeah,
it.
he said that. I'm like, oh no, honey, no. He said with men or women. I never knew how to be in a relationship with men or women, so I guess I'm just gonna be single the rest of my life.
Okay, Danielle. McClurkin.
Okay, so how about that? But anywho, we can go
Yeah.
on and on. Okay, what you say, Princess? Well, okay, Jesus. Well,
Jesus wept.
well,
He ain't wept. He
okay,
wept. Look, Jesus
well,
wept.
okay. Hold my mule, honey.
Hold my mule.
Hold my mule, honey. Now listen, I'm gonna let y'all go home or go back to what you're supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be having company.
I thought I was too, child, but let me tell you something, honey.
Well, I
People
want
need
to
to
take my sick
realize.
ass to bed because I'm
People need to
tired.
realize when you begin to have a person entertaining a thought of company, you have to make sure you have that in your mind, because when you have a person entertaining and then you just want to cancel, that's not cute.
Listen, here's where this is. The whole idea is this child lives maybe like 25 minutes away from me, I believe. So that means at this particular point, I still got to wait for him to be in transit, okay, to get here and things of that nature. And you know, a lot can happen in 20 minutes, okay. However, I've been putting them off and putting them off, but I'm gonna let them come over.
That's why I was so glad when I lived in my apartment, I had a front door and a back door, honey.
This
Whew,
I got that too. I got one
I was
yeah,
ready to
because
say he do too.
my daughter over here.
if them doors could talk, bitch, I would have been single all I lived in there, because they'd be like, well, bitch, you okay?
Wait a minute, Project, I'm from Detroit, and we created ghetto tech music here for better or worse, which is like the bastard cousin of house music. We gave you classes like ass and titties, beat that bitch with a bat. There's some holes in this house, sampled by Cardi B. Clear, sampled by Missy Elliott, The Percolator, and more. Now you better say that and
I do
understand
love
that, because
percolator.
we did
I time for
beat
the
that bitch with a
percolator.
bat.
It's time
Beat
for the
that bitch with a
percolator.
bat. Beat that
Time
bitch
for
with a
the
bat.
percolator. I
Ow.
do like that. I do like beat that bitch with a bat and percolator.
Ass and titties. Ass and titties. Ass and titties. Ass and
Y'all, for
titties.
all of y'all who hung out with us, I love y'all. I'm leaving before Meeks do his spill because I gotta go bathroom, and once I go that way, I don't want to come back
You
out.
ain't coming back. The
I
band
love
gotta
y'all. I
go.
see y'all tomorrow night. Beat
The
that bitch
band
with a
gotta
bat.
pee.
Beat that bitch with a bat.
The band gotta pee. Well, on that note, my daughter, let me get myself together, get myself in my headspace, and I got to make up my bed.
Me too, girl.
I gotta make up my. I mean, it ain't all that bad. I just want to straighten it out. And can because the room is horrible. I got clothes everywhere, but now with the bed look cute, honey, then if you get the focal part of the house looking like something, the rest of it don't look so bad. So yeah, that's a secret for those of y'all who lazy with cleaning up. And y'all
So
know I've been
just walk a straight line and don't fall over. Okay.
there, go straight to the back, honey.
Right, honey.
Okay. hmm So on that note, let me play this one more time for y'all so y'all can understand. I got our guest tomorrow is a young, well, he's not all, well, I'm gonna say young singer, but he's been around for a little piece of a minute. Mr. Carl Bristol.
When I wrote this song, I wrote it from a place where I really believe that love is the root, is the foundation of the answer. It's where we have to start in order to progress and grow. But what do you think? Do you believe that love can solve our issues and problems? And do you think love is enough?
How
talk about liberty? How can we call this the land of the free if you're talking about everybody else but me?
Oh wow.
And we are back. And I'm so mad at that damn edit because it was supposed to fade out. And I had it right the first time. And I think I did. So I went up in the edit and did not realize that I didn't do something right with that damn thing. And so when I cut it, that was the fade. And I played it back. I said, bitch, it was supposed to fade. It ain't supposed to have that abrupt cut. That bothers me. So don't be reading me. And I read myself. So all of y'all out there be like,
Nah.
okay, I got it. Yeah, okay. However, Mr. Bristol will be with us tomorrow, honey. We're going to talk about his career, and his latest single is called Love. It's a remix of it. And then we're going to play that song there, Enough is Enough, as well. And get the story behind that. That's a very powerful, powerful, powerful song, child. When I heard it, I was almost in tears. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, we're going to get into this. And then tomorrow, honey, I may have to pull off the cards, child, because I'm going to let my tea leaf readers, honey, come on through. And we're going to play, give y'all a couple of questions or whatever. Y'all want to ask a question or two, you can. Bless the table, though, honey, because if y'all want to get into some stories and shit, y'all going to have to bless the table for real at that cash app. However, we're going to do all that because I need to have something light. I need to get on something light. We've been so heavy. Every time we've been coming on here, we've been having to go off and really get into some heavy, heavy shit. And it's something. I got to get over there on those Bigo streets because I got a new program that I'm developing that I'm going to put over there exclusively on Bigo. So if y'all are over there on Bigo, honey, start looking for me. Go follow me and carrying on. I'm not one of those registered hosts yet, so I got to go through all that process or whatever that is. But we're going to do all that over there because I got a couple of things I want to bring only to the Bigo streets, okay? So be looking out for that. And then I'm going to keep you guys afloat. I just signed up for something, and I want to turn you guys on to it as well. So if you're interested and want to know something new and fun and home shopping and all that kind of stuff, if y'all like to shop and have good products and good at-home products and carrying on for cleaning and all of that, I have something that I want you to get into. So email me your email address, and what I'll do is I want to set up a presentation for you. It's going to be about 30 minutes long. I'm going to set up a presentation for you, and you come in and then all you got to do is just look at the program and then tell me what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and blah, blah. Okay? So that be that. So in the meantime and in between time, honey, you may finish all of your crumpets, darling, because the tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea, darling. Oh, with Big Meech and Aunt Nikki. And in his absence, the big red fella, but we also had your boy Derek over there. And the CEO of the Night Hawk Network, honey, Big E. Eric Buckner had come into and give us a little snippet, honey. Actually, he come up in here to try to read us, girls.
Right. I was like, child, we'll never let you forget that one, honey.
He came up in here to try to read us, baby, because he wanted to be known that he was the research department. Can I just sit back and enjoy the show? I don't feel like working today.
I said, okay honey.
Oh, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, honey. So with that being said, my darlings, if you love us, tell a friend, honey. If you hate us, tell all of your motherfucking enemies. But do know this. One way, shape, style, form, or fashion, honey, everything that we're doing over here will move forward. Okay, don't forget tomorrow we have Mr. Carl Brister coming onto the show. And this is going to be a wonderful thing. So y'all come on in, and we're going to make some things happen. So on that note, my darling, and scene.